There's a place I go on a holiday night, and the bourbon's poured under the northern lights. Good company and conversation, final third's my destination. Cigars and bourbon, I think I've died and gone to heaven. Good friends and company, well, this is where I wanna be. Thank you all for tuning in to the Final Third podcast. Let me introduce you to Scotty D. You just don't know how much I drink. Willie B. Our ascot, cocky Wolverine. Mikey B. A favorite production machine. 90. Knowledge of cars and machines. The wizard of slot machines and the pretentious tobacconist, Robbie B. And lest we forget, God bless us, everyone.
Coming to you from the award-winning Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge, PCA's 2024 Best of Leaf Midwest Cigar Bar, Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge, it's the Final Third Podcast.
Well, welcome back to the third podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Heine.
I'm Alan.
I'm Will.
And I'm Scott, and today it's a great day.
It's a glorious day.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry
We're coming
Christmas.
into the holiday season, finally culminating, and we are looking at a year in review at this point.
Yeah.
It might be 1 week early, but you know what? We're ready.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about Cigar of the Year today, and we want to kind of put a little disclaimer out there. Okay, this is the
Very
Final
nice.
Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge podcast. We're not a review show. None of us are professionals. Well, maybe somebody is, but you know, that's Bourbon Guy. So
Not a cigar. Yeah.
there you go. So when we're talking about cigars of the year, don't come at us. I mean, go ahead, give us your opinions. We want them. Tell us your feedback. But this is going to be each of us kind of picking what we saw as cigars that we loved individually, right? We didn't even do this as a group. It's not like a vote. There's no official scoring system. You'll hear us put disclaimers all over the place. But we're going to be talking about our favorite cigars that we had in this lounge.
Yeah, here.
It's going to be here, right? We're limiting that basically to cigars that we had here. They say things like special release because it was one time. It could be regular release. It could be, I like this one for bold, or I like this one for mild, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
We're going to all give our flavor on kind of what we've had, what we've enjoyed, what we thought was the best of 2025.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And we do want to call out one quick show note. You'll see Rob is not here. He is under the weather. So, Rob, we're thinking of you. Get well soon, buddy. We do have Rob's cigar notes. So we will be talking about that a little bit and what he picked as cigar of the year. We're also going to be joined by a couple guests later today.
Yeah, we've got Austin Mabry with the Bourbon Collective out of Columbus, Ohio, a Club Marzipan member,
Shout
a
out.
friend of mine, and Nick Osterhout. I think I'm saying his last name correct. He'll probably correct me on the podcast. But cool thing with Nick, we curated a package of cigars from Final Third, our favorites from this year, and we sent them to Nick so we can kind of get his take on what we gave him and what he liked, what he didn't like, and kind of go.
Look forward to hearing from him.
Perfect.
Yeah,
See
it'd
what
be
he
interesting to see what he thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some feedback from
absolutely,
him on
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Now, another part that we're doing on the show today is we brought in some bourbons that we thought were applicable for the holiday season, right? Kind of some Christmas ones, which actually I think Rob had one in the back that we didn't get out here. Doesn't he have that Nochino that we were supposed to have as well?
He has a different bottle of Nochino. I don't
He's
think
got
he
the
ended up with
award.
the Whiskey Acres Nochino, but he did have a different Nochino.
So who
Yeah.
knows? We may pull that one out. We've got a lot of
We'll see.
whiskey
We
here,
got a
so
lot of
we'll
good
kind of
stuff.
see. But we probably go ahead and start with a pour because then we're going to start with Alan and talking about cigar of the year. So, Mike, I know we're going to start with the new riff.
We're going
and
to start
this is
with
something you brought in.
the
So tell us
New
about it
Riff
while we start
Winter
pouring.
Whiskey. So
Here, I got it.
I
now.
don't remember the proof. Snag that bottle. What's the proof on this one, Will? I believe it's around 100. So this was a special
This
release.
is New Riff Winter Whiskey, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey with malted oat chocolate malt. And it is coming in at 100 proof.
100 proof.
There we go.
So this
there we
is
go.
the one that was, I believe they release this annually. This is a 2023 batch, I believe. Chocolate malt is subjective. Obviously, it leads you to believe that there's chocolate notes in it. It's not quite as heavy as like the chocolate malted rye from Woodford. It's not quite as heavy, but it does have a little bit of lingering chocolate at the end.
Yeah, it's definitely just instantly on the nose. It's not as heavy as that Woodford.
Yeah, the Woodford's pretty prevalent, but this one being 100 proof too, the other one I think is like 119, the Woodford one.
Yeah.
So it's a higher proof anyways. But this one, I think it's fantastic. And New Riff is pretty solid on a lot of their products with a lot of their like heirloom grains and stuff that they're doing. So this one's one of my favorite. The mash is, I know this one said 65 corn, 20 malted oats, 7 pale ale malt, 5 steel cut raw, and 3% chocolate.
That like
That's a lot of numbers.
that kind of strikes me. A pale ale malt.
Pale ale
like
malt.
that's
That
not
is-
that's
yeah.
not normal in a whiskey mash bill.
It gives you some weird sense.
Yeah.
It gives you a weird nose for sure. But
All right. Well, Alan,
Yes.
the world's waiting.
All
We need
right.
to
You
know.
kept us in suspense.
I've been going back and forth, and so like this is, I was thinking about when we were going to do this. It's like, a sports athlete committing to a school and stuff.
Yeah.
You
and
gonna
I'm
put
sitting
a hat
there.
on?
I'm sitting there, it's like, I like to thank all the cigars of the last year for
Reaching out.
reaching out to my taste buds, and But for me, like I said, I looked at it as, it came down to three different ones, and for me, my categories were what stuck out for me is what is a cigar that I could smoke no matter what time it is, how versatile. Not it like some of them go great as a first cigar of the day. Some of them is something that you just want at the end of the day to kind of power one. I looked for my three were the ones that I felt like, hey, it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, no matter what I'm drinking and stuff, it's going to stand out. And comes down for me is a little recency bias, but it is the Belgian
I
Blue.
love it.
Belgian blue.
And I've smoked. I went through Blood Medicine, which everybody knows at one point. And I mean, I bought a few boxes here and
Yeah.
stuff. And this came along, and it just overtook it. And for me, like I said, it's very complex. It starts off, kind of there's a little bit of a sweetness to it, like a chocolate note to it. And then it transitions into what I think it's like a buttery, earthy, buttery, like I'm eating like a really good mushrooms with butter, like a steak, steakhouse.
Oh, there you go.
And stuff.
Great notes, man.
yeah.
Love mushrooms.
And then, like I said, I still think it gets a little peppery at the end, very slightly, but it's not overpowering. And so I think for the complexity and I can smoke it with anything I'm drinking and stuff. That's why for me it's my cigar of the year.
That's great.
Awesome.
Excellent
it.
choice.
So would
All
you
right.
say Blood Medicine's number 2 for you?
Blood Medicine is number 2, and it was close. Like I said, I have smoked. I smoked a Blood Medicine and a Belgian Blue last night on my patio to decide, and it came down to it's like Belgian Blue stuck out to me.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Awesome.
Good call. All right. So the
I love
Belgian Blue.
So I am committing for the next year to Belgian Blue.
Now we should note the Belgian Blue
Belgian is out of stock.
limited release now out of stock, so you cannot get it at the Final Third Cigar and Whiskey Lounge. There might be some coming in. I think
Yeah.
I heard that there might be a restock.
I mean,
after
the funny
first
story was, is like I said, there was a couple of people that were new to the lounge, and I was in there the other day, and one guy picked it up, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's a great cigar." So him and his guys, each got a Belgian Blue. They end up buying 3 boxes.
Oh,
So
at
he's
the
the
end of
reason
the
for
night.
his own demise.
So
Way
they
to
own the
go.
demise. Yeah, they end up buying the
Congratulations.
rest.
Yeah,
all right. So the
All right.
Belgian Blue Cigar of the Year for Alan.
I love it. Very cool.
Will, I think we're on you.
All right. So
I'm going to push you guys along because I want to smoke.
Yeah,
I'm like,
let's
I
go.
know. So, for me, there's 4 cigars that I went back and forth on that should be in this running for me. And I'll be honest, my cigar of the year was not it was probably 3rd on the list up until about 2 weeks ago. And as I went through it more, I just began to appreciate the craftsmanship of this cigar, the complexity of this cigar, and it's a throwback for me of a time where I wasn't even around. And it's it checks every box for me. It's something I can smoke anytime and be happy with. And like you said, Alan, it's got to be something that's not a one-off where it's got to be something you go to every time. And for me, my cigar of the year is the Aladino 85th anniversary. And this thing grew on me and grew on me to the point where like I couldn't, it's too good not to crown it for me. And I'll tell you, Warhead 11 Espinosa, phenomenal cigar. And that was my number one in my head for quite a while. But as I smoke more Warhead 11s and I smoke this, I got to give the edge to this just because of the complexity. And Warhead 11 is a great cigar, and that's definitely my number 2. My number 3 is going to be Blood Medicine. That Blood Medicine release, the transitions in it, wonderful medium smoke. And then 4th for me would be the 2025 Chef Special. Great cigar, but just there's a couple of things that the others do that I just think it kind of falls a little flat on for me. But I'm really happy to say that this is my cigar of the year, and I would recommend the cigar to any one of my friends as any time of the year, any time of the day cigar.
That was my number 3. That finished number 3. So it came down to.
Yeah, it's a great cigar.
Yeah, Aladino.
That is a great cigar.
And I can't wait to light it.
So,
I was gonna say that.
Scott's like, hurry up.
So hurry up. You know, the great thing is I can make mine pretty short.
Yeah.
I am also picking the 85th
Oh, it's
anniversary.
2 for 2.
You know, what Julio did here, and maybe there's some bias because of the story. You know, we watched the documentary. We know what this is supposed to represent. This is a Cuban cigar that is not from Cuba. That's what it is. If you want to smoke a Cuban cigar today and you want to be assured of the highest level of quality, craftsmanship, smokability,
It's not from
bypass all the Cuban. Honestly,
Yeah.
bypass them. About 1 in 3, you're getting plugged. You're getting all kinds of issues, right? Sorry, communism doesn't work. It's going to give you a low quality product, and they've been going downhill for a long time. You look at what Julio's done with this 85th anniversary, and it's the culmination of his life's work. And I think it deserves the highest praise. It's absolutely cigar of the year for me. I did pick the Chef Special as number 2. But I do want to throw out an honorable mention to a cigar that was an extremely limited release, and that was the Warhead Independence Day, which smoked fine during Independence Day. But I've smoked a couple since, like in the last month, and they
got
have
better.
they got way
They
better.
got
Like
night and day better.
like enough that I actually considered it. Like I smoked it again and thought, man, is this not take it? But at the end of the day, this 85th anniversary, if you smoke 1 or 2 cigars a year, you can smoke this.
Yep.
If you smoke 4 cigars a day, you can smoke this.
It's true.
It does not matter. It's got all the best points of a cigar. It's got the complexity. You know, it'll boost up a little bit in strength towards the end. It's got things that you would not expect out of a cigar. The lemon peel notes that come out in the first third are shocking. Just absolutely shocking.
I mean, and just to add a point, like for me, the final third of this cigar, you get this toasty, creamy, like nutty note
Yes.
that like it's Cuban to me, like good Cuban. And
what
like,
it's supposed to be.
and
Yeah.
it's like I haven't smoked one that I got that note on in 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like
Yeah.
At one point, I would have said your cigar of the year would have been the Street Taco.
I know.
Single
I know.
Because
It was
every
a
time I
great
came in
release.
here,
That's what he has.
you had one in
Yeah.
your hand.
It was a great release. I loved it. It's a fantastic smoke. I just think at the end of the day, it just got beat out by others.
Yeah.
I would still highly recommend it. You know, I'm looking forward to hopefully next year their release of that and smoking it. I'm sure it's going to be great again. But man, the 85th anniversary just does it for me.
Boy, this sucks.
Light
to
it.
Last.
I'll try to go quick. So this was tough for me all year. Again, obviously the Belgian Blue was fantastic. This year's Chef Special was great. I'm a huge Espinosa fan, so Warhead 11 was right up there with Chef Special for me. I would say probably number 2 would be Chef Special, 3 Warhead 11, And then I'm going to pick the Aladino Gorbusto Corojo as mine for this
Yeah.
year.
Ah.
This one kind of snuck up on me because I'm not a huge 60 ring gauge fan. I don't really care for the nubs. Until we went to Orange Beach and smoked a lot of nubs.
Yep.
I wasn't a huge fan of like the larger ring gauge. Like a 6x60 is too much for me. I'd rather have a nice box press. But the 4.5 by 60, it's like a perfect size. You're looking at hour and a half still if you treat it right. And this one, like the Corojo, just gives you such good like nuttiness flavors on it that I think it balances with a lot of things that we pair. And I think it's another good one. It's a good seed that goes with literally everything that we drink.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but you were kind of on the Cameroon at first, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
You-
started with
you,
the
you
Cameroon.
flipped it.
Yep.
Yeah. And I appreciate that because I did the exact same thing with that Gorbusto line. The Corojo for me, I was on Cameroon at first and I thought it was great, but I never really tried the Corojo.
Yeah.
I kind of overlooked it. And once I got to it, I'm like, all right,
It
this is
surprised
the
me.
winner.
Yeah.
See, I was on the other end.
It
I did the
surprised me.
Maduro first,
Yeah.
and then ended up trying the Corojo, and was just like, "Oh, this does something different."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's not because we're an Aladino lounge that you guys are picking Aladino. It's just a fact of the matter. They have
No, they're just that good.
They,
are that
they
good.
hit some
Cigars.
they hit some freaking home runs
Yeah.
this year, man. I'm not
I
kidding
mean,
you.
you got like the Fuma Noche was a knockout,
Yeah.
right? Completely off profile from everything else that they had.
like the
Um,
Cameroon. The Cameroon.
The
has always
Cameroon
been
itself,
fantastic.
yeah. I mean, it's just night and day. Some of these Aladino cigars compared to other brands right now. So
And-
I think they're great.
Not to like Will's gonna kill me, but and he's ready to light up. But
Mhm.
like I just want to make a comment. This chocolate malt with it is so approachable.
Completely.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like it's just a great sipper, man. I love it. Yeah. It's
great.
good whiskey.
All right, Heine, hit us.
we're at 11.
Just straight out the gate.
I had to do it.
I'm not mad about that,
Yeah.
honey.
I
It's not a bad
went through
choice.
and smoked this weekend, or the beginning of this weekend. I went through and smoked every single one of them that was on my list, just to try and to narrow it down. And this one just stood out because of all the few little things it does different with the intensity and the flavors and the transitions and everything. I was on the 85th, but then to me, I can't smoke something else and then the 85th, because whatever I smoke before it taints the 85th to me.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
it's nothing
Yeah.
against the 85th. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But I want to smoke that first and enjoy every aspect that cigar puts out. Every little nuance that cigar is now special for to us, I want that to be prominent when I smoke it. And if I smoke anything like my normal reds or a 11 or anything before it, it takes away from it. And to me, that hurts it. You
Yeah.
know?
It doesn't
I get
surprise
that.
me that you picked that in a sense, because knowing you now over the past year and a half and stuff, it seems like every line of cigar that you pick, it's the boldest one of that line.
Mama didn't raise no
Yes.
bitch. But
so
it's just the intensity of it is great for me. And then I had to follow it up with the chef special, mainly because that's probably the only cigar that I've smoked this year that has a just complete easy draw.
It is the most open draw.
It's the most
Yeah.
open draw, full flavor, great transitions
open
and-
draw with full smoke.
with smoke.
which I
yeah.
think is, sometimes you get a completely open draw and you're like sucking air through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
And
not
then
a
you
straw,
can get a char
but yeah.
flavor to it. Nope. This is all
And
smoke.
it won't tunnel. It doesn't do anything.
No,
That
it
construction's
doesn't.
amazing. The box press. I would love to see him come out with a little bit bigger size, just because I feel like it's small. But for what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, go chef
look,
specials
What,
my
a
number
50?
two.
I think it's just a 50 box.
Yeah. I mean, look, up until a week, literally, Warhead 11 was
Yeah.
my number one. And I didn't, it was kind of between that and Chef Special. And I just couldn't get on it. So but just this week, man, I had the 85th twice and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it just made enough difference for me. But that is, and when I say a close second, I'm talking, tenths of a point
Well,
difference
I
in
went
my
back.
head. Of
I
the
went back
difference
and forth
between
on it. And
two.
the only
Yeah.
deciding factor on it for me was I want that on its own. And if I smoke anything else before it, it taints it for
Yeah.
me.
I got you.
And that was why I couldn't go with it being my number one, because I can't just run and grab it and enjoy it every fucking
So
time.
kind of a challenging
Yeah.
question for you. What can you smoke after smoking that?
Another one.
Old
Great
man.
answer.
That's yeah. I mean, that's the
a
best
six.
possible answer.
Honestly, McAuliffe red or a green.
Oh, green.
It holds up.
green.
The green
The
will hold up
mono-
to it.
Because the
The
green is so
Modafina?
different
Yeah.
with the Modafina
Yeah.
that this doesn't drown it out.
Okay.
So that's a good point. So the Modafina, like, and I didn't talk about budget cigars, but like McAuliffe Green for a budget cigar would be my budget cigar of the year. I love that one, Mike. We talked about
Yeah.
how that's become our morning smoke
10
a lot
morning.
of times. You know, the Modafina though on the chef special just doesn't work in the same level to me that it does on the green. Like
Just
I
a
don't know
different
why.
I don't think it's special in
Yeah.
the chef special. I think the Monofina is special on the McAuliffe Green.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
it's
yeah.
very-
Something different.
Yeah,
There's something
exactly.
different about it.
Yeah.
More just the way it's blended. I mean, it's just a different blend. I mean, it's
Yeah.
so much more prevalent in the green. I
So-
mean, that's
Yeah, let's talk about. Has anybody got Rob's? Do anybody want
Yeah,
to
I got
talk
Rob's
about
right
Rob's?
here.
yeah. Will's got it.
Because we've got to have our
Leader.
our main man here give us his thoughts.
So he says, overall cigar of the year for me would be the Warhead 11 for its boldness, complexity, construction, draw, and for taking an already great blend and kicking it up a notch with an even bolder Nicaraguan grown broadleaf.
He
So
did not chat
that's-
GPT that, though. He wrote that. He actually wrote that. Yeah.
Yeah, used to
we
write
don't know
reviews.
that.
Well, he has no voice right now because he's been coughing so much. That's why he was going to call in.
He is
But-
commenting though.
Yeah, but
and,
he is on there.
And sorry, but no more Belgians.
No more Belgian restock.
They're
Ever?
gone. Well,
Ever.
next
better-
year's release.
You better savor that.
You got to wait a year.
gosh.
You better enjoy that one.
Forever.
You better be hitting every
Ever.
single cigar lounge between here and Missouri to
I know.
see.
Like I said,
Yeah,
I got
every
an
box
8-hour
store.
trip coming up today.
Yeah.
So
just start
we're
dialing.
gonna have to be on the lookout for Alan. for
That's
sure,
right.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
again, on the Warhead 11, like the nub, don't cut it off.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. What else did he say? Because I know he went into pretty good detail about some other things.
Yeah. So he said full body and strength, obviously, is the Warhead 11 because that was a cigar of the year that he
Easily.
mentioned. He said the best medium boldness strength would be the Belgian Blue. He was right up there with you on that one.
Yep.
Best mild plus was the 85th
Mhm.
anniversary. And
Yep.
he's a big, prominent fan of that cigar, too.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
he'll definitely tell you everything you need to know about it. Best budget cigar, he's got the McAuliffe Green.
Yeah. There you go.
I would
There you
say
go.
that.
Yeah.
I'm with
I
him
would
on
be-
that.
I would say
yeah.
that.
Strong
100%.
thoughts.
And
Strong
then
thoughts.
his honorable mention that didn't quite make the list was the Gorbusto lineup. So,
Yeah.
again,
That's fair. Yeah. I mean,
I'm trying to remember. Aren't those Gorbustos like $12?
yeah, 1250 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, look, if we're talking value cigars,
that's almost in the budget category.
Really,
It really, if
Yeah.
it's
And
under,
it's-
if it's
I mean,
under $15,
nowadays,
it's a
it's in the
budget. It's
budget.
in budget
Yeah.
because of
category to
taxes
me.
and everything
Like,
else, that
yeah.
budget cap went from
Yeah.
probably 10
Yeah.
to 15.
Which we talked about a couple weeks ago was like, what do you classify as a budget cigar anymore? Because
Yeah.
last year it was McAuliffe.
sub $10,
Right, sub
or
10.
whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's 15 because
Sub
of
15.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
in my head. Like,
because of tariffs and taxes and all the everything that increased. Like now you're at 15.
it's gonna be the Gorbustos.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the McAuliffes. It's gonna be the street tacos. It's gonna be
Yeah.
that kind of.
Which I think is good. I mean, obviously, it sucks having to pay more for some of these things, but I think it broadens everyone's scope a little bit
Yeah.
when you get a bad. I obviously get a bad case of the might as wells when I purchase a lot of things, like
Yeah.
property and things. But with cigars, especially because you're like, oh well, this one's $12. Well, the chef special's 16, 17.
Yeah.
I might as well just do that one. It's not bad. I mean,
So
Yeah.
what's the one that's right back there? That's like a pack of 10. He
it's
just got
the
Oh, the
God, I smoked one
you
too.
said that he just got in.
Yeah,
just
it
got
was
a
the
Nice
one with
Kiss
the
or
eye
whatever.
on the band.
Yeah,
Thunder
it's like,
Kiss.
yeah,
Thunder Kiss.
Thunder
it's a
Kiss.
Thunder Kiss. I had one last night and stuff. And again,
$8.
$8. Fantastic
$8
little
on that.
$8 cigar.
I'm
Yeah.
honestly considering that just being my golf cigar. Buy the 10 pack
I think that's
bundle,
great.
Yeah.
Throw it in a humidor, throw it in your golf bag, and if the
'Cause-
wind blows it and
Yeah.
it blows it out, who cares?
We've talked about golf cigars a little bit, not quite on the podcast, but just with each other. You know, Scott sometimes doesn't smoke when we golf. It's distracting.
Yeah.
I get that. Mike
I
golf
golf with
better.
it in my mouth.
He golfs with it in his
With
mouth.
I am. I am shocked by that. I am absolutely shocked that you don't
Well,
smoke.
now, not
Like,
to say that he
during a-
doesn't. More often than not, he does.
I usually smoke 1 per 9.
Yeah, but
Okay.
his better games are when he's
Now
not
think
smoking.
about it. It's you're 3.5 to 4 hours for a round of 18. So 3 to 4 cigars is entirely possible. But I,
Here.
one of my big
Well, you
things.
puff and you put it down.
Yeah.
Like, you're never
Exactly.
smoking it
Right.
like constantly.
And you got to
Yeah.
remember, my thing about cigars, like this is one of the biggest reasons that I smoke cigars.
You sit there and do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. I am forced to, right? And so doing any activity with a cigar is a bit off-putting to me just because of that.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I actually really enjoy smoking a cigar on the golf course at like a scramble, because if you're playing in a very large scramble, it's guaranteed you're gonna have
You're gonna have a few
stop
minutes.
You're gonna have stops in the game where you're sitting there and there's 4 carts in front of you, right? And you're gonna be waiting for 15 minutes for the tee to clear, and you that just happens. So at that point, I love smoking a cigar because now I'm just hanging out and smoking. But just the constant, I'm going to try and get a couple puffs in. Now I need to go up and hit my tee shot, a couple more puffs while
went
I
out.
get the
let me
next
relight
one.
it.
And what do I do? I mean, it's better since I got the little stinky cup thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
That definitely makes
Blocks
me,
the wind, and it's
yeah.
behind the glass. So
But see,
it
speaking
just-
of the wind, I think the Thunder Kiss be a great golf cigar because they are on the cheaper side, but they're tasty cigars. Because when you're out there, the cigars burn so much quicker.
They do.
Because when you're out there in the wind
Yeah.
and stuff.
So
And
I want to think about what I'm smoking a
Yeah.
lot of the times.
Yeah.
But we've also talked about when we're drinking heavily at like a party or like when we get together at one of
don't
our
do
houses. Well, yeah, we're responsible.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
be honest. But like if I'm 4 or 5 pours deep at the end of the night, I'm probably not going to grab my best cigar.
But you're not going to grab the worst either because now you've had 4 or 5 pours and you're
That's
like,
true.
man, that cigar is really
Yeah.
good. I want it.
So it's a happy medium.
Did
of,
you taste it?
Of what
Hell
you want to
no.
get. So I think that's kind of the
Well,
tip
you
of the
gotta have
cap
a
to
cig-
some of those.
You
so.
got to have a cigar that matches the party.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you do.
I think I'm going to buy a pack of 10 for my trip here.
There you
I
go.
think that'd
Yeah.
be perfect for golfing out there.
Go great with your Buckeyes.
Go through the Buckeyes, which,
Yeah.
by the way, Mike, my gosh, like I said, I'm going to come
Hooked
back.
them
I
up.
got a whole canister with me for my road trip here
It's gonna
today.
be fat. You gotta
Come
fatten
back,
them up.
So
Well,
let us know what
yeah.
what do you think a cigar of the year is for you?
yeah, I appreciate what everybody's thoughts here. There's nothing that I could argue like we'll talk about later with bourbon of the year from Breaking Bourbon as to like what the hell are you thinking?
I was going to say from
I-
here, there's like no wrong answer.
No.
Yeah, there really isn't. I mean, look, it's
Not
kind
to
of
be
one of those
biased,
nice
but I'm
things.
just saying that everything here, what we
Yeah, Rob talks about,
It covers your
ask
palates.
your
Yeah.
tobacconist. Your tobacconist should know. You hear Rob say that on the show a lot, right? It's if you're going to a good shop, your tobacconist should be able to tell you about whatever we're talking about, right? And you do go to some shops where they're just massive shops and they just have everything. And that's great from a selection perspective. But when you come into a smaller place like this, you're going to get a curated selection.
Yeah.
Rob has people throwing cigar samples at him all day, every day, nonstop. Hey, carry our cigar. And he takes the time to smoke every single one
Yeah.
and determine, is this something I should be, paying attention to?
Yeah.
So it's a well curated selection. And I think that is something that is a bit unique compared to some of the bigger kind of box store, so-called box store cigar places.
So I did want to ask a question real quick. So Rob put the 85th in the mild category. I don't know. Like I get that it starts mild,
is
But I kinda feel like-
mild plus.
Mod plus.
Oh, mild
Plus.
plus. Okay, that's fair. All right. I
Which
just,
still-
I don't really want to call it a medium, but I don't feel like it's.
Well,
I
that's
don't
kinda where
think
you get
calling it
that-
a mild is fair.
You
Like,
kind of get into that situation where it's strength versus flavor.
Yes, exactly.
Is-
And I
is
think
to
that's
where
Full
the
body
mild
versus
and
full
medium
strength.
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
You know, it's big on flavor, but it's very mild on intensity.
On
Yes.
intent.
And I think that's what might throw some people off with
Right.
it. But it's definitely the flavor is.
Does
100%
anybody
there.
else hate the mild, medium, full designation? Just
Kind
in
of,
general, I
yeah.
kind of hate it. Yeah,
I mean,
like I just don't like it because it classifies cigars too broadly.
Yeah.
I understand that. You could say this sucker has tons of flavor, but is super low strength on the nicotine. Right? I mean, if
Yeah.
we just put a couple categories to it, then it's not just, let me call it a mild, medium.
it's a mild full minus.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm in
Yes.
the buttery mushroom part right now. Like, it's like,
Alan's getting a hug.
Alan's just settling down in the chair there.
Alan's
All right,
getting
we
a
need to
hug.
pour something. What are we going to pour next? Are we going to do
Oh.
the Still Austin?
I
Let's
think
do
we
the
ought to
Still
do the
Austin.
Tanager. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a special bottle. man.
that's for you guys. Like I said, I got an 8-hour drive today, so I gotta be careful.
You got to limit your
I gotta
your
limit.
pours here. All right, so
I mean, that's a great point. Here on the Final Third podcast, we promote responsible drinking.
Yes,
And
yes,
we do.
Anybody who's going to be going on a trip should not be drinking out of their limits at all.
Yes.
So,
Cool bottle.
Sorry,
I say, I do like this bottle.
yeah, this bottle.
Wow.
So this is the 2025 second release of Still Austin's Tanager cigar blend, blended by Nancy Fraley,
Shout out.
with a bird's nest on top with 3 eggs, which I don't understand what that's about. Wish I could.
Did you
talk
get this
about
in Texas?
No, I got it in Indiana.
Okay, because obviously you just
Yeah,
said
but that's
Texas
where
a
I was
couple-
at.
yeah.
So I tasted it for the first time in Texas, and when I tasted it, I'm like, I have to have a bottle of this. So I'll talk about it after I pour it.
That's such a cool cork.
I
gonna
really
say,
like the
that's
look of that bottle.
Yeah.
That's a
And I left the wrapper on it. Feel free to take it off. I just kind of popped it on there,
That's
left
so
it on there,
cool.
it looked cool.
what's on top of that cork? Is it just
It's a nest of eggs.
It's a
It's
bird's
tanager.
nest of 3 eggs. Yeah.
Tanager is a bird. Come on, you're what?
you are
How
like I
old are
said,
you?
we said this. You are a fountain of miss and good information. Like I said, you just know everything. Like I've never even heard the word tanager and stuff, and so so I've heard of a bird's nest. I usually speak in layman's terms.
So I want to talk about this whiskey for a minute. So when we talk about a cigar blend, what's the first thing we think of? It's finished,
Always.
right?
Yep.
This is not. This is not finished in any secondary barrels, any secondary maturation. This is a blend of Texas whiskey. The caveat here is that they've incorporated a small percentage of what we call Petite O. And so if you don't know what Petite O is basically a flavoring component that's used in the cognac and Armagnac, producers in France. And Petite O is basically taking a empty barrel, an X barrel of something, let's just say bourbon, and then you fill it with a whiskey of a certain age and a lot of water, right? So what you're doing is you're putting like, let's say 20 to 30% ABV back into the barrel. And by TTB or cola standards or whatever it is, you can put 2.5% of this in. The caveat is that whatever your age statement is, if you have an age statement on your whiskey, the minimum component of the Petito can't be less than that. So if you've got 7-year whiskey, your Petito can't be less than 7 year.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 2.5% max. And the reason you do this is because you bring in with all the water and that lower proof, you're extracting a ton of wood sugars, water soluble wood sugars that you're not going to get. And so this is a French method for making a cigar blend, which is the true French method, which, the French would make cognac and Armagnac cigar blends. And I'm telling you, man, like the oak spice and the extraction of the oak sugars, like to me are phenomenal. This is a great freaking pour.
So I took a nose and I took a little sip, but I want to point out that I believe that you may have a 1-of-1 bottle.
Why do you say that? Oh yeah, because right. Explain that. I know what you're saying.
So the label is very nice. I love the bottle. I love the textured glass at the top. Nice gold print on the back. The labeling on the front is 2 separate pieces, and
It's upside down.
the foil on it has been placed upside down,
Yeah,
so it's backwards.
yeah, I know.
So-
I caught that.
This may be a 1-of-1 bottle.
Well,
It's like a baseball card with an error on it.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have opened it.
Yeah.
a
Damn it.
misprint. Yeah, I mean, you could probably sell this bottle for
Yeah.
more after it's empty.
Just pour iced tea in there. Act like it's-
Ask me how I know.
15?
yeah.
We do not condone theft or fraud on the.
And I
Final
do
Third
gotta say
podcast.
this, and this is a shout out to you guys. if you're a bourbon drinker trying to get into bourbon, I've learned so much just from listening to all four of you guys and stuff, and it's still stuff that doesn't compute in my head. Like you're talking over my head, but it's good to know the fact that you guys can pick out such little things in all these bourbons and stuff, and it's fantastic.
So 107.5 proof. It drinks really light.
It is.
Has a very soft nose. Soft. It's very soft.
There is something in this on the nose that I'm trying to pick up that I really, really like. Like it's something subtle.
Yeah.
I just can't quite.
I'm telling you, man, it's the oak sugars and spice that you're pulling from the Petito. It rounds it out, man.
So the Petito with the 20 to 40% ABV that they put in there, you're saying that has to be of the age. The Petito isn't put in there and then wait 7 years.
No.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you
could put
put
a
the-
7-year bourbon in with it.
With the
Right.
water.
With the water,
Yeah.
and then you wait
Yeah.
for whatever, a
Yeah, I'm
month or
just
something. and gotcha.
I'm arbitrarily throwing out an age statement. But
Right. Yeah.
You could put a 3-year in. You could put whatever age you want. But when I was talking to Nancy about it,
But
she's
it
like,
can't be
I
less
said,
than the
how
age
long?
statement on the whiskey.
Yes.
Right.
And I asked Nancy, I said, well, how long do you age a Petito? And she's like, the longer the better. The longer the better.
Well, with that amount
Huh.
of water in there, you're not going to get as much evaporation of the alcohol.
no.
And that's why it's going to
Yeah.
draw so
And
much more.
you're pulling different things out of the wood. You're not pulling all the tannic components. You're pulling the sugars out. So
It's almost like a way of proofing it down with
I-
better. It's like
This-
proofing it down with better
Okay. I
options than just water.
think I have an idea, and this is going to sound really, really like bizarre because it's such a small note, but I think it plays to the oak that you're talking about, the oak sugars.
Oatmeal.
Kiss my ass.
I thought you were gonna say eat a
Man.
dick.
I thought I was gonna say,
that was cold, bro. That was cold.
I thought I was gonna say it's
That was
made
cold
with real
rolled on
bird
steel.
eggs.
Condensed
Go ahead.
condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
It's
I think
creamy.
that's the sweetness
creamy
and
like that.
creamy of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
could see
it's
that.
sugary,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's got that
The
It's very
sweetness.
I
sugary,
think
yeah.
it's it's not like coconut water. It's richer than that.
So have you ever made baking powder substitute? Have you ever substituted anything for baking powder other than like vegetable oil?
Baking.
I'm not.
Powder?
I am. You lost me at baking powder and vegetable.
Vegetable oil, yeah.
So, and I do this when I make pancakes sometimes, but cream of tartar is a good substitute with acid if you have no baking powder because it acts as a solvent, so to speak, to rise in your
Yeah.
flour. So
Cream of tartar.
not quite as sugary as what you're saying
Right.
is what I'm getting, but I understand where you're coming from with the
Yeah.
the milk side of that is kind of
So
creamy-ish.
Walter commented, and I think he's kind of trying to give us shit, but he actually may have said something smart.
paprika.
Yeah.
It's a spicy note.
It's
not,
not.
smoked paprika.
It's not smoked.
No, not smoked.
like a standard paprika, because paprika is just red bell pepper,
Yeah.
right? It's dried out, it's crushed and basically powdered. And there's absolutely, I just made a dish with a lot of paprika on purpose because I like that flavor
Yeah.
profile.
Deviled eggs.
It was not deviled eggs.
No, it's
no,
smoked.
no.
It reminds me of some of the spices you get in an Indian single malt. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there you
yeah.
go.
you know,
Exactly.
like they're, but it's softer. It's not as
It's not
aggressive.
aggressive, yeah.
like
That specific note that I think you're hitting at almost reminds me of a cotton candy milkshake.
I don't know that I've had a cotton candy milkshake.
It's a
but
cotton
I
candy
can-
flavored milkshake.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But
yeah.
that, because of the sweetness, but still having that almost oily kind of dairy kind of consistency to it, like you're talking about with the condensed milk being sweet,
Yeah,
it almost hits kind of like the cotton candy milkshakes would.
I could definitely follow
But
what you're saying there.
when you
And you
slap
haven't lived if you
when
haven't
you
had a cotton candy milkshake.
when you slap the word cigar blend on a bottle, you know, the reality is it doesn't work with every cigar.
Sure.
Maybe one or two.
Yeah.
I feel like this one works with a lot more than just one or two. I think you could go with a San Andreas. I think you could go with a Connecticut. I think you could go with a creamy, lighter cigar with this. I think you could go with a bold, San Andreas, Connecticut broadleaf. Like
It totally
Nicaragua.
works with this.
Yeah, it
It's-
works with both. Man.
yeah,
with the
with the
Aladino,
85th.
it's great. Like,
Yeah. this
I have a
is-
funny feeling I would like that from everything you guys are talking about. It's a lower proof. It's got a lot of the sweetness to it.
Well, it's a 101 bottle, so you're probably
Yes.
never going to have it again. No.
You're gonna see it outside your house.
Same
when I
juice,
come
different
back.
label.
yeah. I mean,
You go
This is
home
killer.
hours at the back window.
we're going to do bourbon of the year later. Like I just on another podcast probably, but like I feel like that one for me is in the running. It's in the top 5 for sure. Like
Wow.
Oh, the
I feel that way.
the
about it.
sweetness component of that with the pepper and boldness of this actually go really well
It's
together.
the best Texas whiskey I've ever had.
So for
That-
you,
that I
that's
can
not
say
that's not
unequivocally.
battling.
No,
That's not. Oh, okay.
it's two different spectrums, and I'm on the spectrum in the middle.
And I scrutinize Texas whiskey because it can a lot of times be astringent to me, over oaked. Like that's special, man.
But I do
That's
feel
good.
like it does have a slightly, the more I drink, it does have a slightly tannic component to it. Not that kind of dry and go back after, but an actual tannic. No.
Yeah, well, that's
cut my
again,
fingernails.
that's the
Yeah.
Petito
Yeah,
too. Like
yeah.
the Petito does a lot. Like,
But it's not off-putting.
No. I mean, you drink red wine.
Yeah.
You want some tannic backing there, right? It's an element of what you're drinking. And I think
It's
that this
prominent,
is-
but not overdone.
Correct.
It's
So-
kind of like in that weird balance.
So, Will, what you say with the Texas whiskey, is it purposely more oaky? Is that like, hey, we want to distinguish
no, it's not
ourselves from the?
purposely. I think it's just the environment.
Okay.
Right? So it's always going to be super humid,
Yeah.
super hot. It gets a lot of oak extraction.
Okay.
More so than probably anywhere else in the U.S. A lot of oak extraction. Maybe Louisiana gets some too, but like, it's just it can be if you ever had Garrison Brothers, they don't hold back,
Yeah.
man. They want to punch you in the mouth.
They
with that
embrace it.
oak,
Yeah.
and you know it. Like, if you can't find Garrison Brothers in a blind, like, you need to go drink vodka. Like, I don't mean that ugly, but like, it's so.
It is what it is.
Throw
It's-
some pineapple in your whiskey.
Like,
Okay.
and that's what they want. Like, that's their flavor profile, and they're proud of it, and I appreciate that. But like, this is got that, but it's like rounded out. So it's not so overly oaky, but it's there.
Yeah.
You still know it's Texas whiskey. It's just, I don't know. It's for me, and I'm a Nancy fanboy. Like, look, I'll wave my Nancy flag, but that's phenomenal to me.
Is the
Love it.
oak prominent at the beginning, or does it stay with you kind of at the end?
More mid palate and end.
Mid-palate, okay.
Like the first part's just if you get it on the tip of your tongue, it's just sweetness, like right.
Yeah.
It's very good. Love this all around.
All right. So I will say we're going to have Nick and Austin here. I know that you're about ready to hit the road.
So
Um,
yes. So thank you everybody and stuff. Obviously cigar of the year stuff. Belgian Blue for me.
Before you step away, we're going to do one more quick cigar of the year because Cody commented on here.
Ah,
Yeah.
and
Read
Cody-
his notes.
Cody's giving us like our show notes right now. We're
Thanks,
going to
Cody.
talk about all those things, Cody.
We will.
All those things that you posted.
Stand
We're gonna-
by.
Yeah, just hold
Yeah.
tight. We will
Be
talk about
gentle.
them.
Wait a minute.
But Cody did call out Chef Special as number 1 for him.
Shout out.
No surprise. Number 2 is Warhead 11.
Good
The
call.
85th was number 3.
okay.
This is why I wanted to bring this up. Because for number 4, he called out the McAuliffe Purple.
I respect that.
I do. And I
Yeah.
smoked another one,
Mhm.
and it is a great cigar.
I smoked it yesterday because
I
I just
smoked
wanted
it
to
on
put it in my
accident.
round.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's definitely top 10 for me. Like a lot of flavor, rounder than the Montefina. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue with that.
Yeah.
I think it's a great cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
It's readily available. It's a regular release.
Yeah.
So definitely come in and try it. I think it probably went a little under the radar. It's kind of funny. Last year on bourbon, there was no question about bourbon of the year last year. Everybody picked Russell's Reserve 15. Like
It's a lot going on.
it was
this year.
it was automatic. This year there's a lot going on. And I don't feel like there's anything that is crazy standout in the bourbon world.
Yeah.
I feel like we had 3 to 5 cigars this year that we've called them all out here.
Yeah.
From a cigar of the year, you could call out any of them.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I agree.
Well, I mean,
You
we
know,
did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all,
And we all agreed with each other. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, yep, I understand that totally.
it's a great year for cigar releases. And I'm looking forward to next year. Hopefully we have as much success next year with cigars as we did this year.
Heck yeah.
Special
58.
Oh yeah,
All right.
all the special releases, and then the Aladino stuff, the 85th anniversary, you can get at any lounge that carries Aladino.
Yeah.
They'll have them, and the Gorbusto line is going from being an Aladino lounge exclusive to now being available everywhere.
Which is awesome.
Check
Yeah.
your
That's great.
local cigar shop and see if they can get them.
That's going to be awesome. Well, we know Alan's got to hit the road to Missouri, so
Thank you guys. Love
Merry
you all. Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Peace out,
Rob.
safe travels.
Safe travels.
Leave us on.
Get
I'll
better.
mute us here.
Yeah, so
Find you a Bucky's.
Yeah, find a
there's no
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's on the way and stuff, but there's plenty of cigar shops
Yeah,
and stuff and plenty of golf. So appreciate you guys.
there you go.
Thanks,
All right,
Alan.
Alan. Be
Be
safe
good,
on the
man.
road, brother.
Okay.
All right, we're
we'll take a
gonna
quick commercial break. here.
now we're gonna play some music and then we'll get our 2 guests in here. So stand by.
Okay.
Cool.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
Final Third Cigar is Indiana's exclusive Aladino Cigar Lounge. Come to Final Third for a selection of over 20 different Aladino cigars, including the Cameroon, a wonderful cigar with nice light flavors. Make sure and visit Final Third, the Aladino exclusive cigar lounge for Indiana.
Well, thank you, Aladino, and thank you, Alan. Be safe on your trip to Missouri. He's going there golfing this week. So we are joined by
It's a
2 new
hard
guests.
knock life.
Yeah, right.
Alan, this is the Ohio connection right
Yeah.
here. Welcome, boys.
Welcome.
We
Welcome.
got,
Thank you.
yeah, make sure you get your mics in close when you get that bottle poured.
Eat it.
Yeah.
But we have Austin Mabry and Nick. I'm going to butcher your last name.
Osterhout.
Osterhout. I got it right.
Okay,
Nailed
that's
it.
exactly what you said. Perfect.
Freaking one time I got
Nailed
the
it.
last name right. Yeah. So
Rahimzadeh.
it's just a little backstory. Yeah. Rahimzadeh. Yeah, right. Yeah, that one. would get-
Shout out to
yeah,
Ari.
Ari Smith. Yeah. So I've known these guys for a couple years now. Austin and Nick are both Club Marzipan members with me. Both live in the Columbus area, Marysville, actually, I think, right? Marysville, Ohio.
Just outside.
And they're peas in a pod here with us, cigar smokers, cigar aficionados, bourbon aficionados, executive bourbon stewards. Excited that you guys are here. And Austin, just tell us a little bit. Like Austin has this group called the Bourbon Collective that he kind of started a couple years ago. Well, I mean, tell us a little bit about it, man.
All right. So, like a lot of folks, I got into the whiskey thing, the bourbon thing, during the COVID era. Sort of something to do. Just me and some of my buddies getting together online, talking whiskey, sharing where we're finding things. Nick and I, as you mentioned, both Marysville, Ohio boys. I started the Bourbon Collective late 2019. Just a group of guys, like I said, sharing where we're finding things, our preferences, what we like, what we don't like. That's sort of evolved from just a small group of friends, primarily Facebook based, but just a small group of friends getting together and having a pour or two, to a group. I think we're approaching 700 members now.
I believe.
Barrel picks, outings, traveling, doing trips together, things like that. Just whiskey centric camaraderie, if you will.
Yeah, and you also like, not that you're part of OHLQ, but you collaborate with OHLQ, which is if you don't know, like Ohio is a control state. So every like whiskey sale goes through the state. It's not run necessarily quite like the 3-tier system here is in Indiana. But you collaborate with OHLQ.
Yeah.
You guys will do like events together, things like that sometimes.
We do. I've actually, through my channels, I've gotten fairly familiar with a number of the people at Ohio Liquor. You mentioned it being a control state. I don't know where everybody's from or where our listeners might be, but Ohio's a little bit different from some other places in the sense that when you walk into a liquor store, state agency, everything you see on the shelf is technically property of the state. It's on commission there through the state. So basically mandated or regulated pricing. And they're only allowed to do a certain percentage of markup on that, unlike places where you walk in and, that bottle of your favorite allocated bourbon
Well,
might
or
be
12
hundreds
for
of dollars.
$300.
Yeah.
Correct,
Right,
correct.
right,
So a little bit of a different market for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Liquor Barn's getting that way in Kentucky now. It's not state owned, but with their most recent lottery that they had, I mean, some of their antiques are 189. Some of the Pappies were 23 was up to 789 now or something ridiculous. So
yeah. And
they're,
then
they're getting up there.
And then, like, Nick, like, you gave us the task of putting and curating this group right here, a cigar package for you of like some of our favorite cigars that we smoked recently in this year. We sent those to you. Like, we're honestly dying to know, like, what did you like? What did you not like? Like, how were you happy with it? Were you not? Like, we want to know a lot about it. And tell us a little bit about you, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. First off, thank you guys. It was awesome. I mean, I've probably gotten a quarter of the way through it so far.
Okay.
The McAuliffes, stuff like that, I'm definitely saving. I kind of wanted to wait and maybe do all those back to back to kind of compare them.
So you took the least expensive cigar, the most accessible, and said, "I'm going to wait on
I'm
that."
gonna hold on up. On that one.
Yeah.
He's
I'm gonna go
it's
for
like
the
a
good
kid on
stuff.
he's like a kid on Christmas. Like, I'm going to go with the good boys first. I get that.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
open the big box first.
Oh, I was definitely happy with it. Actually, last night, Austin's Bourbon Collective group is doing the 12 Days of Christmas, and on that call last night, I was smoking that 601 Warhead, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it held up. What were we tasting last night?
Last night was Four Roses Single Barrel, OBSO, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
Warhead 11, I take it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be the one we had in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That exact one. It held up pretty good, and I finished it off with a pour of High Banks whiskey war.
Yeah.
But you can't go wrong there.
No.
We love the high bank stuff. And
Which Austin is an ambassador, by the
Oh,
way. Yeah.
I do some ambassador work for High Bank as well. For those that don't know, Grandview, kind of a suburb of Columbus, local producer there. They've done pretty well for themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you guys smoking?
I've got the Leaf by Oscar, the Connecticut,
Okay,
little on the lighter side to start things out.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I got the HBC hotcake.
Nice. Oh, you went with the Grand Slam right there. I like that. Yeah,
that's a good one.
that's a good cigar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Now I would have suggested if you were going to go after the HVC, then the Black Friday would have been a great cigar to have before that one. I would not necessarily recommend it after. It's a great solid medium. But I love smoking that Black Friday and then the hot cake. Yeah, it's just they got because same manufacturer, they got a lot of kind of similarities between them, and it's almost like it's almost like smoking one really, really long cigar, right? Because you get these flavor changes that happen, all these transitions. But yeah, great choice there.
Thank you.
Cool. So what do you guys got going on right now? Anything coming up for you guys? Obviously, you did 12 days of Christmas. You're going through your Advent calendar. You
Yep.
do an Advent calendar every year.
Every year, this is the 5th year running. We've done a holidays advent calendar. Essentially, what we do is put together a 12 spot sampling kit. I'm up to doing 24 of them every year, so I keep it somewhat limited. 24 is a comfortable number. Get everybody together on Zoom, sort of harkening back to the COVID
Days of
era when
COVID,
folks, folks couldn't gather in person. It's just an easy, safe way for everybody to get together. I mean, Tim Harper, Tim, down in Florida, he's taking part in that with us. So we got folks from Orlando, Florida. We had guys from Washington. It's just a cool way to get everybody together, and they're all single barrels. So all 12 samples, single barrels, and we just sort of enjoy them together and give our opinions.
And if I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're here in Indiana and you want to jump in on that next year,
I could certainly find a way to get you one.
Yeah, if it doesn't get too crazy, right? Yeah, sure.
I was gonna say 24 and doing all that, splitting all those up, and because I'm assuming you're getting the bottle and you're pouring in samples.
So the way I do it, you get 12 samples, 12 different products. It's sort of basically you can get 13 or so 2-ounce pours out of a bottle of liquor, $7.50. So get a pair of them. I do 12 pairs, so 24 bottles, and that sort of sets us up for the kits I put together, and then those go out as determined by whoever's interested. So
that's a really, really cool idea. A good idea I'm sure we've got lots of folks that are in their various bourbon clubs all around the country. And I've heard of people doing kind of a 12 days thing where they get together and, share bottles or whatever, but I really like this curated idea.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's something fun, and a lot of the products that go into this aren't necessarily something you commonly see, especially given the markets your normal close-knit retail market that you exist in.
Yeah.
Some regions carry it, some regions don't. So
well, you've done some non-bourbons too. Like you'll do some single malts.
Actually, last year we had an Indian single malt.
Yeah, I thought you had
lineup.
and then like maybe 2 years ago you had Australian.
Yeah, Starward out of Australia.
Yeah.
A group out of Florida actually did that pick, and I was able to grab a few of those.
Yeah.
And include that.
Yeah,
So
I like that you're like making it a little more whiskey centric and not just
the
same
good old
bourbons
boys.
that we try all the time. Yeah,
Yeah,
right. That's
yeah.
cool. Yeah,
It's been a while since we did one. Maybe we need to do one next year.
I think we should.
Sounds like a collaboration. Will.
Yeah, maybe
I
we
like
should.
that. Yeah. Heck yeah.
So,
can contribute.
With this podcast, we talk about, obviously you guys came in, we did our cigars of the year for this year. We'll do bourbon of the year next time. But I'm interested, like, do you guys have a bourbon of the year or whiskey of the year right now that you would crown number one for your, because we haven't made our choices yet, but I'd love to hear yours. So like, and not to put you on the spot, maybe you hadn't thought about it, but like if you have one in your head that's like, it's at least in my top 3, top 4, like I'd love to hear it.
Nick, I'll let you go first, not to put you on the spot.
Well, for me, I love 95.5 rye out of MGP. That's my favorite go-to. And just popping off the top of my head, it would have to be that Circle City 12-year.
Dang.
Oh, man.
That
Yeah.
was so good.
Yeah.
Dang.
You know
So
what?
good.
I'm that makes me smile that you say that because I mean it was head to head in the Ascots for Rye of the Year with Saz 18.
Saz 18.
It lost to Saz 18.
Really?
But for Drew Black, who's the owner of
By the way,
Circle City,
none of us on the show agreed with that.
correct.
Yeah.
None of
We all
us.
thought Circle City. So
But for you to call that out in a small craft brand out of Indiana, that's an NDP. I think I can't argue with you on that.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
I killed that bottle off way too quick.
You enjoyed that bottle
Yeah.
with haste.
Yes.
And for me, shameless plug, I'm a Four Roses guy through and through. Anytime I can get, I know it's not widely available. They tend to be single barrel picks, but the OBSQ recipe under Four Roses single barrel program, that tends to be my favorite pick there. If I had to pick another, I actually, have you guys ever had any? I think it's called Bell of Bedford. out of Pennsylvania.
I haven't
heard that one.
No, yeah.
It's
Is it a
the
rye?
Hughes Brother Distillery. It's a rye. It's actually a 12-year 95.5. When you get 95.5 at that age statement, it just does something way different. It gets very grassy, spicy. It's a standout for 2025 for me for sure.
Is this an
great,
MGP 95.5 or their own?
It's sourced, yeah.
Okay,
MGP 95.5. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a little familiar with the Pennsylvania rye.
I was gonna say, is it weird to get a source Pennsylvania rye or source to Pennsylvania?
That
but
is a
be
little different, right?
Like
Yeah.
it's Pennsylvania rye for a reason, but then you have a Pennsylvania distillery that's sourcing rye from MGP.
Right.
Like, all right,
You know, it's
I
being-
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the age statement thing. Though,
Yeah.
right? Maybe they don't have 12-year.
That's
you know?
true. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
fair.
could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like 95.5 too. I mean,
So I know you
I like
guys
all
are,
rye.
are drinking the Tanager, and we'll take your thoughts on that. In the meantime, my glass is empty.
Oh yeah.
Want to go to that bar
So,
down?
so we'll do another sourced, somewhat sourced now. Let's do the midwinters.
All right.
Midwinter?
let's do it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Sure.
So for those that are not familiar, Midwinter Nights Dram from High West. This has been their special annual release for a very long time. They have been sourcing from MGP for a couple decades.
Eons.
Yeah, and they have made the switch now, where I believe last year's was the first year Midwinter Dram that had some of their own in
Go
it.
distill it.
Okay.
And this is a port finish, but they are still, from what I understand, they are still blending this. So it is some of their own and some from MGP. And if anybody knows better than me on that, go ahead and correct me. That's fine. But that was what I was led to believe.
And I think it's a white port finish. Am I right on that?
That I'm not sure of.
Yeah, I
am
think
not
they do
sure.
a lot of white port, which you don't see a ton of white port finishes. They're more, you know, what we think about port finishes, you're thinking about ruby port, tawny port, barrels. But I like the white port because it kind of brings these brighter notes that aren't so aggressive. Kind of let the rye shine a little bit. You know?
And I will say High West is in that kind of weird period right now where they started with some of their other products, switching them over to their distillate or doing blends and then eventually switching them over.
Yeah.
Rendezvous, as an example, used to be one of my absolute favorites. I don't think it's up to where it was when it was sourced. Hopefully we'll get there because I love Rendezvous rye from them. But yeah, what were you gonna say there, Will?
Well, I was gonna say we commented about the Still Austin's bottle and how cool it was. Anybody ever notice that on the midwinters they almost leave, I don't
It's
know
on
if it's air
purpose.
bubbles or if it's flake in the glass
Yeah.
to make it look like snow.
Yeah.
It's air bubbles when
Yeah.
they're blown glass. So
Now we're doing the Christmas pours today, right? Kind of what are considered Christmas pours or what we consider Christmas pours. Anybody that I talk to, this does seem to be the kind of,
It's kind of a staple.
it is the staple
Yeah.
Christmas pour. I don't
Yeah.
know of any others that really are automatically like, that's it. That's the pour for Christmas if you're going to have it. But this has kind of been that one.
It's definitely marketed that way for sure.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is definitely. And the flavor profile, right? All the spices, the baking spices that are there, all that kind of nutmeg and clove and cinnamon and just allspice. All those elements are all kind of in this whiskey.
I mean, you can like on the nose, like you can tell they've gotten younger.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
There's definitely more of a grain note on them, but like not in a bad way. Like it's
Yeah, and last year's was, I think there was kind of a general, I don't want to say disappointment, but just an understanding that last year's did not necessarily live up to the standard kind of Midwinter Nights Dram. I thought this year compared to last year was a significant
Yeah, they did
improvement.
do something definitely different this year.
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
it? Were you saying was it this year or last year that they started doing?
I think it was last year.
Last year was their
Yeah, I think
first run of
last
their
year was
own
the first
distillate
one that they
blended
did.
in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to be the difference then. I mean,
Which
6 to 7 year rye is their blend with what is it? Rendezvous
Yeah,
is their
yeah,
other
Yeah.
mix. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
there's definitely more fruit components coming in on this.
Yeah.
under 100 proof too. It's like 98.6
Yeah,
or something.
always
So
under
I think it just,
Yeah.
I think it just lacks a little bit of the depth that you get with some of the older rye that they were using previously from MGP.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay. This is
I think
what I
it's,
like is High West is making this change. I mean,
yeah,
they're one of the
it's to be expected because
Yeah.
they're going to their own distillate to mix that in their blends, which is fantastic. I mean, everyone wants to do that as a distiller. unless your
but it's not
goal is
easy.
to be a NDP. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of the goal is, you start out selling things that are sourced and then you move into your own distillate. So
When you
I'm
make that,
happy.
when you make that transition to your own distillate, it's also very challenging because your customers expect one thing from previous
Right.
releases, and that one thing might not be what you're putting out of your own stills.
Yeah.
I've seen that before with younger craft distilleries that they're finally to a point where they can include their own distillate, but it's going to change their branding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So what
I
do you-
like this
What
one.
do you guys think of the tanager over there?
I like it. The
Yeah.
first thing I noticed on the nose was a lot of cherry. I don't know if that came through for you guys. Maybe it's just the cigar smoke in the room this afternoon, but it was very cherry forward for me. It's got a nice palate too. Without knowing much of the spec on the whiskey, I'm not familiar with this label, but it's sweet. It does have a nice spice element. I don't know what the mash bill makeup is, but for a
There's a lot in
Texas
it.
for a Texas whiskey, it's very pleasant. Usually, their Texas whiskeys for me can be aggressive. The aging climate, very barrel forward sometimes. This is not. So,
Yeah, it's the exact same
agree
notes that Will
100%
gave
with that,
you
yeah.
right
Yeah.
before you got here. So yeah, right on
I
par.
definitely get the red fruit, right up front, and I love the lingering, just like kind of burn that sticks with your mouth throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much sweeter.
So
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
you kind of came in on it. I don't know if you heard, but we were talking about. So this is Nancy Fraley's blend
oh, fantastic.
with them, and she uses what's called a petito, and a petito is basically taking a lower proof bourbon. An aged bourbon, lower proof, putting it in the barrel. So like, let's say 20 to 30% ABV, right? And then letting it age. And then adding that into the blend as a small component, like maybe at max 2.5%. So you're pulling with that lower proof, you're pulling all these wood soluble sugars out of the barrel.
More water.
Should mention it's water. They top it off
100%
with water,
yeah,
right?
water,
So it's a
yeah.
low
Yeah.
volume of alcohol.
Water's
a high volume of
Maybe,
water.
yeah, maybe the barrel's half fill at most, right? And you let that roll until the blender decides it's ready to add as a component.
well, water pulls more from the barrel than alcohol.
Yeah.
So
But it's a cigar blend. If you think about cigar blends, like how many cigar blends do you know that aren't finished? Like that haven't been in an Armagnac or a Cognac or an Amberana or whatever. This has not been in a secondary maturation barrel.
Really?
That's what I think is, and that's true French technique for a cigar blend in the Cognac Armagnac world. It's not to finish it. As she said, she created a monster when she did Joseph Magnus. She finished them. No one was doing that before.
Sort
So
of
when she
pioneer.
started doing that, now every cigar blend is, well, the first thing you think is Armagnac or Amberana, right?
Yeah.
But
Which
this
is
is
just
true
terrible.
French
I was gonna say, I heard you guys are a fan of that.
Yeah.
Amberana has kind of become the cheat code to cigar blends, right? The original, what was it?
The default code,
Oloroso, yeah, the cognac, all of that.
I would argue that that's at least for me, like my least favorite thing to smoke with a cigar is anything with an Amberana finish.
I knew you were a
on
big
it. For
fan.
me, I think that was a good
It
idea.
wrecks your palate. Like,
Yeah,
It
I think
just-
it's a great cigar blend for non-cigar smokers. Like I smoke, if I smoke 2 cigars a year, right? And so lots of times when you talk to people that don't smoke cigars very often, they're like, "Yeah, I like a cigar, but the next day when I wake up, my mouth just tastes like terrible, like ash or whatever." Right? The longer you smoke cigars, that kind of goes away, right? The more often that you smoke, I never wake up feeling that way unless I've had like 6 cigars and was smoking until 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm probably as much because I'm hungover because I was drinking the whole time with it, right? But I
So
kind
it's
of feel
bourbon
like
belches through the night.
right. I kind of feel like, okay, let's do Amberana because it will overrun the cigar completely. And so non-cigar smokers kind of look at that and go, "Oh, this is great because now I'm supposed to be enjoying this cigar, but I really don't know anything about cigars." And I went and somebody said, "Hey, get a Warhead 11," right? And I don't smoke
And
cigars
retro,
ever.
really
And-
hard.
Yeah, and I'm like hacking a lung up, right? Because it's a really strong, big, massive, bold cigar, and you just want to wipe it out.
yeah.
Well, I kind of echo Will on the Amberana thing. When I'm smoking a cigar, I tend to like heavier palates is when it comes to the bourbon, like a cognac. finish,
Yeah.
for example.
Absolutely.
You want kind of more of the
I'm-
leathery
yeah.
notes. and
Yeah.
then,
Armagnac.
yeah.
But I still want that
Sherry,
fruit, right? I mean,
Yeah.
again, we talked they should support each other,
Yeah.
right? That's what gives you the
You
best
kind of want the
pairings.
fruit to go with the peppery and the,
And going from that Tanager to the Midwinter's Night Dram, going from non-finished to French oak and port is vastly different.
Yes.
Massively, yeah.
Massively
especially on the
different.
finish,
Yeah.
like on the palate.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
the palate for this one, man, fig,
I still taste it.
heavy fig.
I
Yeah,
still
I mean,
taste it, and I haven't. I've
yeah,
puffed
I
twice
took
since
one
my
and,
last
and
drink.
set it down, and
Yeah.
it's still there. Like it's very, very prevalent.
Fig.
So,
I get like snickerdoodle.
Yeah,
like,
kind of
Yep, definitely
almost cinnamon
cookie.
sugary kind of. Yeah,
but which
Yeah.
is great because like you naturally get that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not, I feel like a lot of the Amberana finish things, it's cinnamon toast crunch,
Yes.
and it's a horrible
Absolutely.
flavor
with
like,
a little funk.
with a
Yeah.
little funk,
Yeah.
with a lot of funk.
And like I'm not an Amberana hater. I will say there's some that I've enjoyed. I call out RD1. I
RD1.
like RD1's
Yeah.
Amberana finish. I think
It's also a
High
quick
Bank
finish
does
too.
a fair, decent job with controlling that level with their
I'm glad you,
refills.
you mentioned the
American had one.
control. Sorry, I'm glad you mentioned the control because it really is a sort of a finesse.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a fresh fill Brazilian oak Amberana barrel. I mean, days, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6 days.
But
I
these
love
other
it.
places are leaving them in for
maybe
months.
24 to 48 hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't need a 6-month chain in there.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a little goes a long way.
I
kind
love
of
the
deal
chain.
with those.
It's cool. It looks great. It's a
Yeah.
great show and tell piece for your
Like
kindergarten
2XO,
class.
they do the whole chain.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
Yeah,
referencing?
exactly,
The
yeah.
chain
Change
finishing?
Dave,
Yeah.
But I mean, RD1's
Chain
using
cubes,
chains
yeah.
too, but like they know the control.
Mhm.
Theirs is really good.
Yeah.
A week is fine. Less is better.
Less is more.
When
For
it comes
sure.
to Amberana,
Yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
So I just don't fall into it's a cigar batch. It's Amberana. That's what cigar batch is. That's far. Don't listen to that.
So I do want to call out real quick.
Oh, you're on the you're
The
you're
85th
getting
anniversary.
fingers, bro.
Yeah.
I am just now, like the last puff I just took,
Getting warm.
got hot.
Yeah.
I'm down to like a half inch. I mean, there is nothing to this. I honestly want to put a stick in it and let it sit for 30 to 60 seconds and then keep smoking it.
Well, the new Lady Shaver lighter comes.
I
That's what she
know,
said.
I know. I'm not going to, but
Okay.
yeah, I just want to call it out. This thing just smokes so good. Such a good cigar.
I'm like halfway through this.
Well, it took them 20 minutes to get
Yeah.
through their
You're-
first.
yeah, you're on
Yeah.
the Corbusto,
Yeah, I mean the Corbuso, and that's a good thing about the 60 ring gauge is like they just burn so slow,
So
so even.
we were talking some bourbon news earlier, kind of last
Oh, yeah.
night. I don't know if you
Oh
saw.
man. Okay, here we
Let's
go.
let's
Can
talk
we,
bean.
can we go down this
Wait,
rabbit hole?
let's
Oh,
let's go to it. Yep,
Let's do
which
bean
one Where
first.
are we going to start?
We're gonna talk about
bean?
Start with bean.
Start with
Bean?
bean.
All right.
Let's do
Yeah.
bean
Let's start with
first.
Beam. Beam's quick. Like, all right, so they've halted production for this year.
For 26.
26. Their
2026.
plan is to not distill at all.
Right.
Next
At
year.
one
2026, yeah.
location. At one location.
At their main location.
Their
yeah.
main location. Yeah. Not surprised.
Which produces Jim Beam pineapple.
Damn it.
Sound the
correlation.
alarms. Sound the
Sound the
alarms.
alarms.
Have you guys had that?
No.
Jim Beam pineapple. I can't say I have.
Surprisingly.
Oh,
Okay, you
what?
need to.
We got a
Okay.
treat.
Come
Seriously.
on. You guys
No, I'm not kidding.
No.
It's look, it's
I tend to
bizarre.
avoid the syruped whiskeys.
No.
Same.
This one,
Totally.
this one
It's
may change your
surprising.
mind.
Okay.
It's
All right.
surprising.
Yeah,
Not
actually,
to
I
sip
think
on, but put in a cocktail.
Yeah,
whatever.
as a
I
mixer.
think Rob said he was talking to Freddie, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Freddie was like, "We've got a new product coming out, and we are just crazy excited about it."
He said
And
it was the thing he was most excited about that he released in 2025.
Okay.
I mean,
And that's
think
coming
about
from Freddie No.
Yeah.
How insane is that?
that's
For an 80
The
point.
guy
I mean,
who just made Little Book
flavor.
Infinite 2,
To
which
be-
is phenomenal.
To be fair, that's probably going to be a huge margin product for them.
Oh, it
100%.
absolutely will be.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm like, man, take this and do like a good heavy dose of soda water,
Yeah.
and I've got and add a nice garnish to it, and I've got a great cocktail
I
here.
feel like you're in the Caribbean, but still Kentucky.
Exactly, it's beautiful.
He started his pitch with, "I'm going to buy a new boat after next week."
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think what it reiterates is that we're still in the glut, not out of it yet. Will we be out of it at the end of 26? Maybe. I don't know. Like,
But they're upgrading facilities too. So
They
like,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not
I
like
mean,
they're just shuttering production
Their
because
quote
it's slow.
is we plan to pause distillation at our main James B. Bean campus for 2026 while we take the opportunity to invest in insight enhancements. That was their direct quote.
That could mean 9,000
So-
different things.
That could mean we're getting new trucks.
You know, who knows?
That's like coach speak. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
upgrading the janitor's closet.
Yeah.
I think there is some strategic intent there, but I think it's also heavily influenced by the state of the market right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we talked too a lot about, you know, the surplus of barrels that have just been sitting around aging. And there's just a massive amount of ready to go products sitting around.
there's a 21-year Knob Creek sitting back there. I think I saw. It's,
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't see that prior to this year.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No.
So yeah, I mean, we talked about that 6 months ago, probably about higher age products hitting the market again, where, you know, back in like the 80s and 90s, you would see 15, 20, 25-year products everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden it's 4, 6, 8.
with
and
the
like,
boom, the old stuff
Yeah.
became the 10 and 12-year-old stuff.
A 10 and 12 was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, it's a 10-year? That's great. Like,
Yeah.
Now you're getting back into seeing 18, 21.
Yeah,
You're
so
like,
it was
oh,
interesting
yeah.
that 6 months ago when we were having that conversation of, you know, what was going to happen by the end of the year and then the next couple of years. And then, you know, it's almost coming to fruition that the higher age stuff is going to hit the market and be prominent. And all this new age stuff is going to kind of fall to the wayside and wait for it to, you know, mature.
Yeah,
or,
I
Well,
think
yeah.
a Wild Turkey 8 was probably, in my mind, the biggest example of that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, taking a 101 and
Right.
saying, we're going to put an age statement on it
And
because we got enough barrels sitting around.
it's
We're
new,
gonna
it's
release it.
exciting, people grab onto it.
And it's
Yeah.
great.
Well,
and it's
they-
great. We tried it. I mean,
And
it was
and
phenomenal.
it wasn't like they didn't do that before. They, when the boom was in the boom, they didn't have enough stock to
Yeah.
like do that, right?
Yeah.
Like they were having to mix in some 6-year, 4-year with it,
Which
and
dropped
leave
the
it
age
on
statement of
stated.
everything. Yeah.
It
And
really seems like
it's-
they dumped everything that was going to be age stated down to the Russell's Reserve product line.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
But it's
and everything else got
branding.
left behind.
It's
Yeah.
it's branding when it comes down to it. With all of these, you know, Big Six especially, it comes down to branding. Look at Heaven Hill with their grain to glass.
Right.
Yeah.
They've been using some of these grains forever. Now they just tell you what it is.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
it wasn't really like
Well, look,
groundbreaking
I mean, we
that
talked
they did
about
that.
it a lot with the tour MGP,
Right.
And you know the focus that they had. Look, they want to create great whiskey,
Yeah.
but they have to create whiskey that sells.
Right.
Otherwise, they're not in business.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, I think the branding is something that until this year, and honestly, until MGP, I don't think I knew it. Like I knew obviously if they're creating products to sell them, but I just didn't consider like buying Penelope. Because
But you remember
it's
like
their stuff, it's
Yeah.
MGP stuff,
10
and they said that name
that's a
is
good point.
what we're buying.
10 to
right?
15 years ago, you remember when MGP came around like really heavily, it was it's just MGP. Like
Yeah.
I don't need another
That
bottle.
was, that
of
was the
MGP.
statement. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's MGP."
Until about 2 years ago, that was still
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
like, oh man, that's
Yeah.
MGP.
The sourcing blending side of the market became a lot more prominent and popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, think about it. We all look sorry, but as much as we could say when you talk to somebody and they say Blanton's is their favorite thing, and you're like, you're just starting your journey.
Yeah.
Everybody
all-
starts somewhere.
We all
though.
started our journeys
Yeah.
there, right? We all are like, oh man, Blanton's. And it's like, and I'm not knocking Blanton's at all. I'm just saying like the original single barrel, right?
It's
and
a
so everybody
potato.
looks at it and all these single barrels, and now everybody wants to go on single barrel picks, and it's single barrels everywhere. You can go to Kroger and find 10 different single barrels
Correct.
that are Kroger single barrels.
Yeah.
It's like I can get a single barrel from anywhere in almost any product line, period.
Yeah.
So now I think you're seeing this surge of NDPs, especially because there is this glut of bourbon out there that
They want to sell it to.
they can do it and
Yeah.
they can create a brand around it. And then you got somebody like MGP who says, well, we can't take our stuff that we're selling to Penelope and make our own brand and expect to have that. They've already done the brand work. It's our stuff. Let's just pay them for
Yeah.
all the marketing work they did. We'll buy your brand. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Yeah.
Cody says, thanks for reminding me. I got to pick up my 4th or 5th handle of pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got pretty popular. here.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
dude, he called it, what was it? The walk of shame, right? Going to the liquor store and grabbing it, especially, you know, I think he'd go to like Meyer or somewhere. He's not going to go to his normal guy and be
Yeah.
like, here's my Jim Beam pineapple.
Go to Total Wine. Can I help you, sir? No, I got pineapple.
Kind of look down at your shoes and shuffle out your way
I know
up
what
to
I'm
the
here
checkout.
I just recently became aware of a new flavored product that apparently is gaining some traction. Has anyone tried I don't know if you guys can talk about Canadian whiskey on the Final Third podcast,
Of
but
course.
Yeah,
Of
of
course.
the Crown Royal chocolate. I guess that's a
Chocolate.
new thing.
Oh,
I haven't
no.
tried
I
that yet.
haven't seen that yet.
Apparently it's popular. I've had a lot of people ask me if I've had it, and I've still not tried
Well, I mean,
it,
every
so-
time they release a flavored line, it gets real real popular. The blackberry, the maple, the apple, the everything.
Oh,
it
the
goes buck
peach.
wild there right off the
Dude,
bat.
the apple was allocated for a while.
Yeah,
Like, what
that's
is that?
probably
Oh,
the
the blackberry was definitely out.
It was
exactly.
super allocated.
That's probably the best marketed flavored whiskey I'm aware of.
I had so many people at work be like, "Oh, I picked up a blackberry. They had one in stock," and I'm like,
You get some lemonade.
Yeah, man.
I was like, "Oh, I just picked up a Total Wine pick that was 139 proof. Enjoy your blackberry."
So I don't know. Do you got you? I'm sure you guys follow Breaking Bourbon.
Yeah, I know of them. Yeah.
So
Dun, dun, dun.
they came. I'm gonna switch this little segment here. So Breaking Bourbon came out with their whiskey bourbon of the year. Do you guys know what it is?
I am not aware.
Not
What-
aware.
What's their,
Oh, no.
what's their pick?
Oh my goodness.
So Jack Daniel's Heritage Toasted Barrel,
Okay.
which is $50 at most at Costco.
Yeah, the
Uh,
majority of the
60.
places it's 70, 69 bucks.
Yeah.
That was their bourbon of the year.
Really?
And
That face and that response
yeah,
was the
that-
exact response
that's-
all of us had.
Yeah.
All of us.
And most of the internet, apparently.
To say it mildly, I'm perplexed. There were so many good bourbons this year. You had Wild Turkey Beacon, you had Little Book 2 Infinite, you had Cathedral from Bardstown Bourbon Company. I mean, if you're
This
going
year's
to
Camp
crown,
Nelson from
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Do they do
I-
categories or are they just overall?
that was their
This was
overall.
and I don't know if Brown Foreman gave all their kids ponies for Christmas. Like, I'm really confused. And I hope that, I love the Bourbon Pursuit podcast and I love Breaking Bourbon's contribution to the Bourbon Roundtable they do. But like, somebody's got to call them out and ask them on there, like, what was their thought process on that? I'm open-minded. I want to hear what their thought process was.
They did say something in the review about general availability.
General availability, but like, man, like I'm just
Maybe that's weighted more than other factors.
Maybe
But,
price
I mean,
and,
even-
and availability.
Even on
became a big part of it.
availability, though, I still don't think that one holds up compared to some of the other.
it's not
Regular
it's not a
releases.
bad whiskey, but it's just not anything special to
No.
me. Like,
No, I got it about a week before it showed up on all the shelves. Remember, because I brought it in.
yeah,
and it was
we
like
had it on the podcast.
we had it on
we
the
had it.
podcast that weekend, and I think like you guys said, oh yeah, we just saw some things on Facebook. It showed up on the shelf yesterday, and I paid $100 for it at our local liquor store, which is fine because I'm
I went to
supporting.
Costco and got it. I thought he
Yeah,
was
it's
gonna,
like yeah,
Second
he
we
thought
did.
I was gonna like go nuts, but I'm okay with it because I mean he pulled it out from underneath the counter and is like, I have this, and I'm like, I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah.
How much? I'm expecting it to be some 150, 180. He's like $99. I'm like, reasonable,
Let's give it a
all
shot.
things, I'm going to give it a shot. And then, 5 days later or whatever, I'm finding out, yep, it just hit the shelves at $70. And well, that sucks. But we tried it and we are like, yeah, this is great whiskey. It's totally crushable. It's fine.
And not to be biased, but the Jack Daniels pick that was done here,
The rye
the rye,
is
was way better.
way better. I mean, also rye versus bourbon, but still, it doesn't. I mean, in terms of a quality whiskey, yeah, 100%.
So, I mean,
But again, it's all subjective. What we say, obviously, like Scott said in the beginning, we don't rate on a scale.
right.
We don't follow the same standards that everyone else does. I'm sure they have some sort of scale that they follow.
I feel
Take
like our
it for what it
scale-
is.
I feel like our scale is the enlightened version of the Chris Gordon scale.
it's good. It's good.
Yeah, Chris Gordon is it's good, it's great, that sucks.
Good. And once
And
again,
we're like, it's good because of 50 different notes that we got,
Yeah.
mouthfeel, all these other descriptors. But we're really not. We don't rate it. We don't have any systems
Yeah.
that we do. We're not like getting together and collaborating on it. No, we just get together and talk
Well,
about it.
we had the Heaven Hell 90th anniversary last weekend on the
Okay.
podcast.
Which to me right now
That
would be
one right
number
there
one.
is-
I mean,
that's
up
definitely
there.
a front
I've not
runner.
tried it, but-
that has to be a front.
So we talked about that as well a little bit as, that specific Heaven Hill bottle was something that they took and they put their best products into this one thing.
Yeah.
And that's what they want to represent their brand. And that's what it should be.
That's what a representation should
That's
be.
what a representation of your brand should be, is when you put everything into one specific special release bottle and you say, this is the best we could do.
I can't bash bourbon, the one bourbon on every single show. You got to stop saying this stuff.
Look, I'll just leave it at that. You brought it up. I didn't bring that up.
No, you were the one that said it represents
Look.
the brand.
Yeah.
Hey,
You said that.
I didn't say anything about celebrating anyone's birthday. But
Well, just again, the views and opinions expressed on this program are that the speakers do not necessarily represent the positions and entities they represent.
Pearl
the
attorneys.
program.
I don't know if you
He's
guys
great
ever,
at
if
that,
you
by
ever
the way.
listen to the show very much, but I am not a birthday bourbon
fan.
fan. So.
Me
Okay.
either.
Okay.
I agreed with everything you said about that on that
Oh.
episode. Actually,
Well, thank you.
yeah, it just
Yeah.
it never really impressed me.
It doesn't represent Old Forester.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd rather take presidential from them and be like, oh, that's so much better.
We're gonna have I hope you guys can stick around after the show because we do a special segment for our members, final third members, lounge
Yes,
members.
please.
And we're gonna have this Old Forester single barrel that Will picked up for me. It's a little hot, but it's a great example of just a good Old Forester single barrel.
Yeah.
Right. And if you I've got, I don't know, 8, 9 different Old Forester single barrels.
I was just thinking, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got
Yeah,
quite a bit
I mean,
too.
I've got
Take
a lot
his
of
shoes off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of bottles of it because I like it very much, and so I loved that Heaven Hill because it represented
Yes.
everything that is great about Heaven Hill.
Showcase your best products.
It
that's-
absolutely did.
That's what
Speaking
you need
of,
to
Yeah,
I see empty glasses.
yeah,
do. Oh,
yeah.
I don't have
We
a
need-
dump.
I
I'm
need-
baby
I
in
need-
this one.
We need it. We're lacking a dump cup, honestly.
I know.
Well, sorry about that. I can.
It's called a
I can
mouth.
yell at,
You
Chloe.
got a pour lighter?
Hey, Chloe.
Chloe.
Can we get a dump cup when you get the chance? Thanks.
No rush.
Please and thank you.
I'll use my mouth
Um,
first.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's. Somebody want to? Well, I don't know. Maybe Heidi, if you can grab that and open it because I've not opened it. So I found this at Market District
Thank you, Chloe.
over in Carmel. I was there.
That's all right. Thanks, Chloe.
I was there doing some Christmas grocery shopping yesterday. Love that place. If you haven't been to Market District, it's a grocery store. They do lots of picks. They've always got some good bourbon selection in there. I know you go over there from time to time. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's a cognac finished Bardstown Ferrand. That's about all I know about it.
I've heard of it. I've never tasted it.
I've seen it. I've not tried it.
Oh, good. So this will be something new. It's very rare I'm able to bring something in that everybody hasn't already.
Yeah.
Somebody hasn't had it. But in light of knowing that we're going to do Christmas pours, I kind of find cognac, brandies. They have some of those kind of holiday-ish notes to them. I'm a big Remy XO fan. Like, I'm not going to pony up for Louis XIII. I've had it before, and I think it's amazing, but it's also
What are they run now?
$4,500. Yeah, I mean, I think I paid $200 for 1 ounce down in Miami Beach.
I remember when I was, I don't know, 22, I walked into a Kroger and I said, hey, Louis 13. And she goes, well, at that time it was $2,500, something silly. I was like, never mind.
Yeah. And you're talking like a 86 proof,
Yeah.
93 something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but
But
you
the
know,
presentation.
We have a local liquor store downtown called Brill Inn, and they did their right to buy allocated event last week, and they had Weller Millennium for $7,500.
Ooh, what a steal.
How many did you buy?
MSRP.
Yeah, 0. And they had an OFC for like $2,500.
well, I was surprised Market District had Macallan M for $5,000. I was like, man, that's
You got to like scotch.
you do.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but I was just like, wow, I can't believe it's even up there. I was
So, Dave, you want to buy a bottle and let us try it?
Thanks,
right,
Dave.
right, yeah.
You guys have a budget, right?
Yeah. No,
Right.
we're
A
friends.
little bit.
Yeah.
all right, so like instantly on the nose, like aggressive cognac to me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
First thing for me as well.
Yeah. Like,
So I will say I finally finished my Corojo. We're 90 minutes in, and I mean that's just a perfect smoke. I'm moving on to my second Gorbusto. I'm gonna do the Maduro this time. I went with a V, not a deep V, because the 60 gauge and my SV cutter doesn't really allow for
Yeah.
a deep V because of the ring gauge.
You got to push on
But
it really hard.
I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. I don't usually V cut these because of the size. Usually on a 60, I'll go straight because I feel like On this one, actually did pretty good.
It's
but,
a good cap on it too.
Well, yeah, and usually the 60 gauge with that cap, this is a double cap. Usually if you have a single, it'll just rip
It'll
it right
peel
off.
apart. Yeah.
And it sucks to smoke. Like
Yeah.
Lisa had some guy that I don't even know who it was, but she brought us over this little chunk of a cigar that someone cut off the other day, and it was the size of your thumbnail, like cut off like an inch and a half. Of,
Wow.
Like cut off the whole cap. I don't even know how you did that.
He went
like,
halfway to the band and
It
he
was-
sliced it there.
If you had a pipe, you just stick that sucker in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
and
Just light
and
it.
Go.
Yeah.
So I'm smoking my number 2 cigar of the year, which was the Knuckle Sandwich Chef Special. This pairing is so good.
Well, you all took
with
so
the
long
bard sound?
talking about yours. I'm still in the final third of mine.
Right. Yeah.
Well, the 11 smokes
It's-
slow, and that's
it
a
does
big
smoke
stick.
very
So
slow. This is I love this.
It's-
This is up my alley.
It's
Like, this
holding up
is,
to the 11,
Yeah, this is definitely.
surprisingly.
I love cognac finishes. I like drinking cognac. I don't drink a ton of cognac because I don't know. It's really expensive. No matter what you get, if you're going to get above VSOP, a VSR, VSOP, as soon as you go to the XOs, you're well over the $100, pushing the $200 per
This is how
bottle.
you finish up your dinner parties.
But this is great
Retire to
because
the
it's
lounge.
it's a
Tawny
perfect.
port.
This is a perfect marriage to me. Like you
Look,
get
Scott,
all these awesome.
I don't
cognac
know.
notes.
He might make fun of me, but there's quite a few times we go over for dinner, and I want to finish with a tawny.
Yeah,
There, 20-year tawny after like a steak dinner.
which I need to get another bottle.
Fantastic.
Because Mike drank it all. No,
Yeah.
Well, pretty close,
Yeah, actually.
Well, actually, yeah, because the last we had the last 2 pours last week at 2 a.m. after we watched Carry On,
Right.
and
You
it
didn't
was,
watch Die Hard too?
oh, we watched that at my house.
Yeah, I was at your house in the garage.
we killed a bottle of Stat Junior. That
Oh, God, we did.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But we poured the last 2 pours of this tawny. I poured Scott's first, and then when I poured it into mine, the char in the bottom of that. Dude, it looked like I just ground up charcoal and put it in the glass.
That's what
Like,
makes it so good.
Filtered.
though.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was so good.
Yeah, it was. Really
I
good.
love tawny port.
There's a
Yeah.
bar in Columbus, just outside of Columbus, that's actually sort of specializes in tawny ports.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Private dining club.
Yeah, pull your mic closer
what's
so
it called?
people can hear you. Yeah.
It's actually a private dining club. It's
There
called Aubergine.
Okay.
But the owner's a pretty heavy collector of tawny ports.
Well,
Love that.
just speaking about Columbus in general, oh God, my
Everything
daughter's
is great about Columbus except for that stupid school that's there.
Which
my
Columbus are we talking
my
about?
daughter's in grad school there. I'm a Buckeye dad now.
Let's go Crew.
For better or worse. But I will say, the short north, man, Columbus has done it right. Like, that's how you make a destination place. Like, it's a place where locals can hang. It's a place where tourists can come. Like, it's really cool. And I just love, I feel like Indy's lacking that. Like, they just haven't pieced it together the way that Columbus has.
Sort of
And
a social tourism district.
I love that area. I mean, I know you guys are a little further out in Marysville, but I know you go down there and hang out some, I'm sure. And I just think that whole area is great.
Yeah, I feel like downtown Indy is becoming like post COVID because that just knocked everything down. All the kind of social stuff that we went through
Yeah,
and some
The
riots,
bar
and
restaurant
things,
scene.
and everything kind of died there.
Like
But
Circle Center Mall.
but I think it's I think downtown Indianapolis has made a huge comeback, which is great. But I really feel like it's a tourist place.
Except for
Like
basketball.
I
whatever.
feel like except for the sports where you go down, for the most part, it's conference town. Like
Yeah.
Indianapolis has become just
Well,
and
you
it's
got the
been
big,
for a
the
long
Big
time.
Ten headquarters
Big
is
Ten,
here,
yeah.
so
The
they're always
NCAA
going to have
headquarters
something
is
going
there.
on.
NCAA,
here.
Yeah.
Shout out Purdue for smacking the crap out of Auburn.
There you
yesterday.
go.
That was
Yeah.
a great game.
Yeah, I mean, you got the convention center is enormous in Indy. You got
Well, they just had the PRI
the
show there.
FFA.
Yeah.
You got the firefighters come into town and take over. So I feel like downtown Indy, other than sports, like I don't go to downtown to hang out. Like it's not a destination for me. Maybe for a birthday party or something, right? Go down and hot bars or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm more gonna hang out northeast.
If I didn't work there, I wouldn't go downtown ever.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
it's always downtown for me, and Indy's always centered around sports. So if I'm going
Always,
down
yeah.
or a concert, right? That's one of the two things. So if I'm going to a Colts game, we've got our ritual where we're going to go and hang. You know, concert, kind of same thing. But like as far as like routinely going down there, I don't do it as much as I used to when I was younger. Like the cool thing, like I was just bringing up about the short north in Columbus, Ohio, is that I feel like you could live there. It's one of those places you could live there and you could go anywhere you want to without having to drive, without, they've got a plethora of different shops and restaurants and places where you could like just be there and that be your home, like on top of the whole tourist scene. So I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
Sort of a bubble you can exist in and just
Yeah.
all your needs are met in a way.
Yeah.
So Austin, do you guys know where Delaware is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alum Creek State Park.
Yeah.
It's in Delaware, Ohio, not Delaware, the state. We go there every year for a camp out.
Yep.
With cattle dog camp out. We go every June. So I think it's like 2 hours from Marysville, maybe
We're like 40 minutes.
40.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
That's closer. Oh yeah.
From me, I mean, from Marysville, you're probably 25.
Yeah, I'm about 25 minutes away.
Sweet. We'll have to get your number. We'll have to hang out. 'Cause
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
we take our dogs. It's like 30 to 40 cattle dogs, and we all get together at these campsites and hang out. And we rent a trailer, and we spend Thursday to Sunday there. And
Nick, do we
just hang out, man.
do we name drop OPA?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know about OPA, you should.
Opa.
So you're in Delaware.
Okay.
OPA, arguably probably one of the best, biggest selection whiskey bars in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, last count, they just moved buildings. Last count was over 5,000 different bottles of whiskey.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
whiskey. That's
So this
not
is like
bourbon.
Watch Hill
World whiskey.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking. Was
right.
Watch
Yeah,
Hill.
yeah,
It is a
like-
whiskey destination in Ohio for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Road trip.
So when
Come
you're there, absolutely give us a call.
I'll
We'll
just
meet
hit
you all
Pittwa,
up.
damn
It's
it.
from the
I
state
could've gone
park.
over
You're
there.
probably less than 10 minutes
Oh sweet. Okay.
from OPA. Sort of Mediterranean Greek style dining, and then all the whiskey you could ever want.
Do they allow cattle
you-
dogs?
First of all, I gotta say, you if it's Greek style, then you're just totally pronouncing that wrong.
Yeah.
Opa.
I need
It's
more
Opa.
energy.
Yeah, it's like that was the worst Greek I've ever heard in my entire
He's
life.
over here like,
Hey, it's,
Opa.
So
Can I name drop Opa? I'm thinking like Opa.
It's like one of
So
those-
does it stand for something?
This is an acronym. Like,
Well, it's like one of those places you would never think that. We have a local place here in Pendleton, Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah,
Shut up. Sorry.
Hacienda.
Yeah.
They have amazing allocated bottles that you go in and try.
You guys
that
killed
are
the stag
very
there
fairly
lately, didn't you?
We
priced.
did.
Really?
Yeah.
And you
incredibly
never
fair.
know.
Yeah,
Like,
you wouldn't
just,
think.
You know,
Yeah. Last week we killed their 2025 George T. Stag bottle.
I mean, this is a Mexican joint that has like their average price is like $11.50 for a dish, right? It's
Yeah.
it's
A $12
regular
margarita.
everyday Mexican joint that you would go to, and then he's got Thomas H. Handy and George T. Stagg up there.
On the bar.
a man of class.
He just what's
Yes.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He just got his bottles of he was like, I finally got like Merry Christmas to me. I got Old Rip 10 and 12-year lot
Yeah.
B.
At a
And
Mexican
I'm like,
restaurant.
at the Mexican restaurant. Yeah. He's selling Eagle Rare, Blanton's Gold.
Small
He's,
batch
he's
Taylor.
doing 2 Blanton's barrel picks next year.
I'll take the empanadas and the George T. Stag.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's his order.
That's, pretty close. Yeah.
What was it last year? He got Elmer T. Lee in,
Yeah.
and it was charging like $10 a pour.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going to pay $10 for that, but after this pour,
You should change it.
raise that
Sorry,
price.
you gotta-
it needs to be 20.
Yeah.
So yeah, Antonio's a super great dude.
Now he's got-
Antonio's like,
now he's
no,
got
no.
bottles.
I want people to buy it.
Yeah.
He has bottles, not bottles.
Oh, I know.
Bottles of
I know.
Elmer T. Lee that he's selling because he has a carryout license.
He has a carryout
so-
license, so you can buy bottles.
It's
Really?
ridiculous.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
another thing that's different about Indiana versus Ohio. That's not something that can take place where we're from.
Right.
If it's a
Yeah.
restaurant, you have to. It's separate licensing, totally different business.
yeah.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah.
But the great thing is you get it SRP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
nice.
When you
Wow.
can find it.
Right.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Oh, if he has it, he'll sell it.
So I just want to mention this is I would say this is my top 5,
Hot
but
cake.
this is my 5th. This
Black
is
Friday.
the no HVC Celestial
Celestial.
number one.
Number one.
Great everyday smoke.
That was the one you added to the list because Rob actually
I-
forgot to add that.
I
one.
added it,
Yeah.
because I knew it was in my top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I don't remember. Was that a release this year, or you just started carrying it here?
I think that was this year's.
That's I
can't
honestly don't
remember.
know, man.
Yeah,
I don't
remember if
yeah,
it was released.
I don't want to say it is or isn't. I'm not sure. Yeah.
All right. Do we want to take a break and then we'll come back for some sports?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Some what?
Some sports.
Yeah, we'll do that and then we'll knock that out and then we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Calling all dog lovers, say hello to Spencer Lee's, offering freeze-dried pet treats, crafted with care and bursting with flavor. Spencer Lee's treats are the ultimate reward for your four-legged friend. Made from single ingredients and freeze-dried to perfection, these treats are packed with all the goodness your pup craves. Be sure to visit Spencer Lee's on Facebook or Instagram for updates and website information. Please. Thanks, Spencer Lee's. Appreciate you as always.
Yeah, heck yeah. If you need some stuff, stop by Metazoa downtown.
Yep.
Or here, at Final Third
Or here,
Cigar and
yeah.
Whiskey Lounge. We've got treats. We've got leashes.
Dog treats.
Yeah.
Just buy stuff.
So I want to talk a little sports real quick. And I'm going to start with hockey because this will be real quick. It's more of just an informational thing. The ECHL, for those that are not aware, the ECHL is kind of like a AA hockey league. You have like the ECHL,
Whale
the
shit all the
SPHL, right? Whale shit all the same. Most of them are affiliated with an AHL team that's then affiliated with the NHL. The players are likely to go on strike this week.
Woo!
Yeah. So they're in a contract negotiation. Those players make on average like $500 a week. Yeah. And it is a full-time job. So it's pretty brutal. They do get like housing allocations, some other things. So, I mean, it's not completely
Movie gift
that
cards.
bad. But they've been talking about some of the things is they can't have NIL. Per their collective bargaining, they are not allowed to use their name to make any kind of money.
Profit sharing.
So the teams will do probably about a third of the games will have a special whatever night, right? Wizard night
Yeah.
or Star Wars night or whatever. And they do these jerseys that are one-time wear, right? So they have the name on it and the players have to sign the jerseys and then the teams get to auction them. And the way they say it is the proceeds go to charity. Well,
However-
what's coming out is that's like 8 to 10%.
Yeah, it's just a racket, man.
Yeah, it's a total racket, and some of these jerseys are going for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Yeah, kind of crazy,
Every
Yeah.
time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the game that they had, or you don't. I mean, you only get 3 or 4 players that ever end up in the ECHL going to the NHL. But of course, if you have like this awesome game that you were there, you saw them, you buy their jersey, and suddenly they're in the NHL, and you can be like, "Hey, I got this guy's jersey from when he
Signed
was playing."
jersey from
Now
when
you
he
got
was
something
in
special.
Yeah, which is something special. I don't think most people are doing it because of that. They're doing it
Yeah.
because it's important to them, their fans. But the players get none of that money.
Yeah.
So just keep an eye out if you're an Indy Fuel fan. I don't think Columbus has an ECHL team because you've got the Blue Jackets there.
Yeah.
But I know like Toledo. Toledo has a massive. They are the number one every year in the ECHL, the Walleye in attendance. I mean, they average like 12,000 people a game. They sell out pretty much every single game, and those guys just don't get anything. It's pretty rough. So keep an eye out that that's going to take place. It should be interesting to see how that goes down with those folks.
And along with the CBAs, as always, anything I say is not insider information. It's public knowledge. You can find on Google, Facebook, or any social media. The WNBA is also 98% likely to go to strike and not have a season this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so do with that what you will. But
Yep.
there is a lot of controversy with this because they don't make $500 a week. They make much more than that. But also, I make more than Caitlin Clark's rookie contract. Also, do with that what you will.
Yeah.
So that sucks
Well,
for
suit
me
up,
and
Mike.
her. Yeah, well, I can't shoot a ball. I tried. It's not very good.
Yeah, you got like Wilson plastered to your chest from Caitlin
Yeah,
Clark,
from
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say,
pass
Throwing a
ball.
ball.
Look
at
what
you.
happened to
Christ.
dodgeball.
Yeah. Oh my God. Can't even get an Ocho contract at this point. So, but the most recent offering for their CBA was, I can't remember what it was specifically. It was, I think it was $1 million minimum, up to 1.5 for max contracts, and then 500 for rookie deals, plus profit sharing, I believe. I think what they're going for is housing as well, because NBA, let's take 10 days for instance. A 10-day contract, let's use Mac McClung as an example because I know what he made. It's like $224,000 for a 10-day contract plus housing and any profit sharing for his NIL.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're looking for. They want anything that uses their NIL as well as team housing. It's tough. I mean, look at the G League. These players are not on these teams for 10 to 40 days. Like, it's kind of an anomaly. One, that the Mad Ants have had their coach for 4 years is kind of crazy. Coaches don't stick around. Players don't stick around.
Right.
So when they move all over country, they're expected to pay out of pocket for this stuff. What they want is some sort of security to where if they buy a home, they can get out of it, or housing is paid for if they go in some hotel, whatever it is, that they're covered and have some sort of security that they're not on the hook to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for housing. I can respect that. But also at some point it comes down to, we're offering you $1.5 million. You gotta.
The max contract
You
right
gotta
now is
bid.
like what, 230,000 or something.
I think the max contract was like 450,
There you go.
but
Well,
that
that's
was
the
like,
max, too.
but that was like a
So,
10-year
yeah.
vet. Like,
Yeah.
you're looking at NBA 10-year vet, you're like 225. I mean, look at OKC. All the players that they just paid, they just spent like $500 million to keep their players. Like, to some extent, I agree. But also, if somebody offered me like $200,000, I'd probably take it. So like, it's tough. It's really tough to be on the outside of this, not as like a player and just like a regular working schmo. To be like, oh, they're offering you $1 million. I'm sure there's more to it.
Look, sorry, but the best single line I've ever heard from a worker in a CBA issue has got to be Patrick Ewing. Yeah, we make a lot of money, but we spend a lot of money too. I mean, I understand in what context
Yeah.
you meant that. To your point,
Yeah.
the housing or what it takes for them to support their career, right?
Maybe didn't land like he intended.
It did not. It did not. It landed very poorly and was absolutely hilarious, and obviously still lives in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of other people as well. So,
I mean, be financially responsible with whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're
Right.
just a white collar worker or a professional player in some
strippers
league.
and blow is not the preferred mechanism for
Man,
spending.
look, if you hit the $1.6 billion lottery,
Hookers
don't
and
go get hookers and blow.
Change the
I'm
line
just
item.
Yeah.
Right.
So, along with that, the Pacers lost to the Pelicans. The Pacers are officially the worst team in the league. It's great. Love it. I love
for
going
them,
to
I
work
guess.
every day. It's so hard
And
to.
the Colts suck again.
Colts suck again.
We
They
suck
play the
again.
Jaguars tomorrow.
No, 49ers.
49ers. Sorry,
49ers
yeah. Tomorrow's
Even worse.
49ers. So
Which Dave Lakes, if you're listening to me right
Buy
now,
tickets.
you're supposed to let me know if I'm going to that game tomorrow
Yeah.
or not.
so we're going. So part of our Christmas party.
I got to text Dave because he's supposed to text me yesterday.
For game ops, part of our Christmas party is we're going to Taxman for dinner, doing White Elephant, and then we're going to the Colts game. So it's gonna be a great day.
Wait, where are you going? Which tax man?
Somewhere downtown, right next to
There's a
Gamebridge.
tax man downtown?
Yeah, right next to Gamebridge.
Tax man's a brewery.
Taxman down in Fortsville.
Well, yeah,
No.
there's
Well,
Fort-
yeah, that
they're in
one,
Fortville,
yeah.
but
the
yeah.
Fortville,
So
the
there's,
original brewery is down like
Bargersville.
Yeah.
The Alexander's across the street. It's Alexander. You got Agave
Okay.
and Rye, and Taxman's right next to it.
All right, I make
And
him
then
crash your
Gamebridge.
party.
Come do it. Yeah, come on. Yeah, bring a $25 gift.
So now the sports talk that's obviously going to take us through the finish of the show here because we have two Columbus guys here, college football playoffs, right? I mean, there was no real surprises, nothing super crazy. I do like seeing all the Facebook posts. I've got, friends out there that are every time a team loses, well, I guess they didn't belong in the playoffs, right? Because that's what everybody's like saying. It's like,
Yeah.
did Notre Dame belong, right? Did Miami actually belong there? And everybody's, well, I guess they didn't belong.
Which that game
Um,
did suck, by the way.
Yeah,
the Miami
yeah,
game.
It did.
was
I mean,
terrible.
10-3
Until the
Awful.
last like 5 minutes.
Sucked.
Then it was fun.
Yeah, 5 minutes of
It
of
all
fun. But yeah, so we got IU that's going to play Alabama.
Who's Ohio State playing? I don't even remember.
You're gonna have to.
I don't
either. Prompt me on this
Ohio
one.
State's playing Miami.
Miami.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
That was
'cause
theirs,
Miami's
yeah.
the 10 seed.
So I'm excited for that. I mean, I honestly thought Oklahoma's defense was better, but I'm not mad that IU's playing
Yeah.
Alabama
Yeah,
because I want to see
one's
IU
playing
scrape them.
9, two's playing 10. Georgia Ole Miss is actually going to be
That's gonna be a good game.
honestly probably the most competitive game I think
Yeah.
of the play of the quarterfinals. So, but, you know,
Right now, I'm still thinking it's a rematch.
I was gonna say probability for a rematch. Where we at?
That's exactly where I think.
it's going to amp up soon. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what Georgia does. Right. I mean,
Yeah.
all these games are happening starting Wednesday. I think is the first.
So
one.
what is
Texas Tech, Oregon. That'll be a good one.
Yep.
so the buys take IU and Ohio State to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, they're playing next.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then they could meet in the semis.
Yeah,
No, they would have to be because it's number one, number
it'd
two.
have to be
Yeah.
championship.
It would be
Championship.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
yeah, Ohio State will play Christmas or no, sorry, New Year's Eve, and then all the other games are going to be New Year's Day.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Is it
sweet.
New Year's Day? Is that what it is?
yeah, except
Year's
for
Day,
Ohio
then
State and
October
Miami.
or,
they play,
January
they
2nd.
play Friday or Wednesday night, whatever. the
Gotcha.
New Year's
Okay.
Eve
Yeah,
is.
Thursday, but New Year's Thursday, not Christmas Thursday.
Correct. No Christmas games.
Yeah, no Christmas.
College yet.
Yeah, it's
Well,
all January.
I mean, there'll be bowl games, but not in the playoffs.
Not the
yet.
playoffs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good for them. That's look. I'm looking forward to it.
So-
I think I use up to it. So
Watch party at Final Third if that happens. Is that
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
hearing?
Oh,
Usually.
yeah.
They are open.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
open.
Well,
So,
speaking
yeah.
of calendar events, we'll transition right into
yeah,
that.
hit them.
We just had Mace out here December 19th for
Mace
the,
choke.
He was
for the
awesome.
jazz music. Christmas Eve, they are open from 12 to 6. Definitely come out if you want to avoid the family. December 25th, of course.
Or if you want to prep for the family later
Yeah.
that night, come here.
if
and
you
have
need
a
to,
few
if you need to
bourbons and a couple
pregame to deal
cigars.
with the family,
Right.
definitely come out. December 25th, of course, closed Christmas Day. They are open New Year's Eve, December 31st.
Normal hours, 12 to 10.
Normal 12 to 10, open New Year's Day. And then January 25th is the NFL Championship Chili Cook-Off.
Yeah, you
on
got to come for
Champions
that.
Weekend.
Come hang out for that.
And then also, Lisa wanted to point out that they are up for the upscale
Upscale.
bar category in the Best of Madison County 2026 voting. And that voting should start January 3rd. Final third, of course, is in there. She will update everyone with the QR code once it's available for everyone to go in and vote. And of course, Alan said, don't forget the voting. Just now in the chat.
Don't forget the voting.
And then also Rob said that the selection number 1 is a release of a cigar they've had previously.
Okay.
So they have had it before, but they
Yeah.
re-released it.
Right.
So
So it
So
wasn't a
technically
new
it was-
yeah.
It's a
it
fair
was
selection.
back
fair
out
selection.
for this year, but it was something that they already had.
Well, last week we talked about, whether or not we should include those things
Is that
that
pineapple?
were new to the lounge for
I
2025.
love that.
So
Go
smirk.
ahead,
She just
Lisa.
said, go
Let's
ahead, do it.
One more special for.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
There
go.
it
look
is.
at there.
And we do have a regular pour after this. I don't know if you
Yeah.
want to wait on that. And
let's
have
wait.
this
Yeah,
first.
let's wait.
Thank you.
Let's
So
tidy this up.
Keep that off to the side. Let's pour this one real quick.
Oh, I
Will
thought you
brought
were
this.
done.
No, we're just about done. We got one more little pour here we're going to do. And then,
Yeah, we'll hit this last pour real quick and
that
then we'll finish.
pineapple will be a palate wrecker for you.
We got 10 minutes or so. So
I saw this on the table when I walked in. Well, I appreciate you sharing.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, that's what we do here. That's,
When we went to, you got this at Bardstown KBF party, right?
I did.
Yeah.
You're right.
You were a few ahead of me in line, and
Yeah.
just enough that you beat me to it.
Oh,
last,
well, you know what? Ari and I went in the morning.
Yeah.
We went in before we even went to the event.
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
before we went to
After
KBF.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
last little sports news. We'll hit some basketball. We got Noblesville Boom playing today at 5 p.m. against the Warriors, Golden State G League team. And the Noblesville Boom opened up the regular season, which is now the winter showcase with a win. So we are officially undefeated for the year. Whatever.
And we'll also say at the Arena Innovation Mile,
The Arena
January
Innovation
10th.
Mile.
January 10th.
Don't forget, I love the 90s.
Yeah,
Use the promo code Too Cold,
Cold.
two COLD.
love it.
It's going to be Vanilla Ice, Young MC,
Buy freaking tickets.
Loke.
CNC Music Factory, Tone Loke,
Do you guys want to go?
Rob Bass.
Vanilla Ice?
Yeah,
Yeah,
do you guys,
dude.
legitimately. Do you guys want to
Yeah.
go? I have 8 extra tickets.
What's the date?
January 10th.
It's a Saturday, right?
I'll get
Yes.
back with Will by tomorrow.
Okay. We have extra tickets,
right, I
so
like
if
it.
you guys want to go, we're sitting
I
like
will
floor
recommend
side.
all of us. We all have our '90s gear.
Yes.
So we
Okay.
went out and got outfits.
So I need to get like the zip off pants and stuff. You know,
Whatever,
the-
man.
the
You-
shorts.
So
I went stonewashed jeans. I've got like a button down, kind of the old Charlotte Hornets colors.
I may be
I
talking
got
about.
like a Back to the Future style vest.
I got the white Puma.
I got the
right there.
Converse.
Oh,
I got
went-
the high top Converse.
I went straight
forget,
tracksuit.
high tops back in the '90s.
Yeah,
Those suckers were high.
yeah,
Okay, they were
That-
not like high tops. Now it's like
they were shin
like,
boots.
it's like 2
Pumas,
inches.
that-
No, these are like 5 inches
just
up
above
my-
the ankle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shin boots.
Yeah,
I got a Fila tracksuit with some white Filas. The shirt I had to go original. Went with the 1990s version of the Dare shirt.
Yeah.
So it's a black and red Dare shirt.
Where do you find a
Yeah.
Dare shirt now?
Macari.
They're telling us all not to smoke weed.
Yeah, eBay.
What's everybody doing now? Smoking weed.
Yeah, eBay. eBay's a mother.
I may be talking to a
Okay.
guy
All
about
right.
a
Real quick, this
94
is our
Corvette
last
right
pour.
now.
This is the second release of the Distillery Reserve Barstown Bourbon Company 2025. This is the Hokkaido, which is a Mizunara oak finish, blend of straight whiskeys, finished in. I lost my glasses, but
It's the Mizunara Japanese oak,
yeah,
right?
Japanese Mizunara, and it's coming in at 109 proof, 109.3 to be exact. This is their second. The first one was Cathedral. This was this. Hokkaido was the second.
Still
and
looking
the
for that
third
cathedral
was
bottle if anybody has a hookup on it.
Normandy, which was
Still looking for
the French Calvados finish. So
And speaking of Mizunara, still want to call out our friends down at Starlight. Went
Yep.
in overall best bourbon at the San
San
Francisco,
Francisco. Yeah, shout out.
Spirits competition with their Mizunara finish.
It's a pricey bottle though.
Yeah,
What, 250 or 150 for that one?
it's probably 250 now.
I've got my thoughts on this, but we can quickly talk about it before we close. But
Oh, that's good.
I don't want to
It's
say
very,
what I
very
think.
That's
good.
so good.
Yeah, I feel like my palate's already kind of
What you got,
its ability here.
I almost
but-
felt like that just reset my
Look,
palate.
You need it.
Oh, you
you need
get
it.
it,
He
sure.
needs it.
Nick,
Oh,
you drank
Nick
that
needs some.
really fast.
Looks like I need more.
Give it to him. Let's hear.
And whiskeys. I think the mouthfeel is probably the standout. It's got a very, it's almost like a soft sweetness.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out
It's very layered.
kind of like a buttercream icing.
Yeah.
You know, like a
a
cinnamon,
good call.
cinnamon
Yeah.
roll or cake icing sort of thing. Buttercream,
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
I will like my I will knock this in the sense that it's not my favorite. I think it's my palate is super dry right now on it, and it's
Yeah.
the same. That's been the telltale for me the last couple of times I tried it. I love the mid palate, and then it doesn't taste tannic, but it gives you that like
The drying
tannic
effect.
quality where it's super drying to me, like almost too much.
But
Like
it almost it's inviting to the point. It's drying to the point where it wants you to go back and have another.
Quality.
Yeah.
I don't like it being that dry. Like to me, it's just, and that's Mizunara.
Yeah.
Like, Mizunara, super tight grain oak, obviously from Japan. You're going to pull a lot of tannins from it if you're not careful with it.
Yeah.
Like, kind of like for even like, not even as much as French oak. Like this is more, and I appreciate it. I really think it tastes good. I just don't like the finish. The finish
So-
to me is kind of a not.
Should
great.
we elaborate? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Weird thought. I think you said Cinnabon.
Similar. Yeah.
You said creamy.
Yeah, like the icing you would put on
Yeah.
a cinnamon
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah.
So super weird. Have you ever like eaten like a raw cinnamon roll? Like don't.
I don't make a habit of
This
it, but I know
only
what you're
both
talking
are
about.
comes up with these.
The FDA recommends that you do not.
Yeah, the FDA
raw
says
dough.
don't do that.
Just pop the tube and
But that's the thing is like it's that dough smoothness, but then you also have like the cinnamon flavor of that.
Mhm.
Kind of gives you that drying like tannic on it.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
going
it-
to throw
maybe-
an oatmeal note out here. That's
Oh,
not
shit.
oatmeal.
That's not
But the in that vein,
like
right?
instant oatmeal, right?
No, no,
Just
no,
cinnamony.
No, actually, I'm going to go slightly different, and it might be the fact that it's Mizunara, and that just is putting this in my head. Okay, but I feel like 10 seconds into the finish, on the back corners of my mouth, I am getting somewhat of a subtle wasabi type sweet
Wasabi.
spice that slightly horseradish without the overly bitter.
But it's very drying.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing
Yeah.
is it's drying, right?
And that's what that does.
But that's exactly what that does. That powdery, because when wasabi's not real wasabi, like you almost never have
No.
real wasabi root.
Right.
It's all that powdered stuff that they make the paste.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like in
Dang.
the back corners, about 10 seconds after, I'm getting that.
I would have not ever called that, but you saying that, I can, I can understand that.
Well,
Like,
son of a bitch, I feel real good about myself now. Man, I feel really good.
No, man.
Really,
It's like
really
I'm
good
going
about
out
my
on a
palate
limb
here.
here,
somebody
You know,
call-
I was thinking it was getting to be trash, and now I've said something smart.
Somebody
I
call
get
San
what you're
Francisco.
I
don't
just,
hate it.
It's just not my jam. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
I don't
not
hate
my
it.
jam.
If
Like,
if they could find a way to make that finish well, it'd be a knockout.
See, I actually,
okay.
it's kind of funny. Because of that wasabi note, I find it intriguing. I actually found the front of the palate to be a little less desirable. I think the mouthfeel is absolutely, you're exactly right. The mouthfeel on this is the winner.
Yeah.
Is the winning
Yeah.
part of it. It is, it's coating in a really nice, but not aggressive, overly oily way. It's really, really nice. But I don't like the finish at 3 seconds, but at 10 seconds, that tail end,
Okay.
I kind of dig that.
Okay.
I think
cool.
we'd align fairly well palate wise because I tend to favor less common, bolder profiles on whiskey than your average drinker might.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's something you haven't had, you're like, oh,
That's why I
That's-
like that Bella Bedford I mentioned earlier because it stands out. It's
It's
different.
just different.
I'll have to
Yeah.
find that.
Nick,
just
what do you think?
I get like Pillsbury Grand cinnamon rolls with the cream cheese icing. I get that on the finish, even 20 seconds after.
Oh, you get no. Yeah, I like
It's
that.
very sweet cream cheese icing. I mean, and
Cool.
with cinnamon too. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm getting colored by the cigar
Maybe. Yeah.
because I just took a big puff off of this in retro. I think that's
Color me dumb.
I think that's contributing to that wasabi note, the pepper that comes from, and this is a chef special, so it's a very, very pepper forward cigar. I think it's probably contributing. You're smoking the hot cake, right?
Yes.
The
So I
chef special,
totally
the chef
get that.
special does add a peppery note to it.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
what's kind of contributing a little bit of that to my palate versus what you're having, which is the Pillsbury. That's an awesome call out.
All right, I got a pee, so we got to finish this.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
We're going to wrap this up
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
we
get
knew
into.
we were going to go a little bit long today.
yeah.
It's a good Christmas show.
Yeah.
Hope everybody has a fantastic holiday. Enjoy your time with your family. Make sure
Watch
to come
Die
in and watch Die Hard, the best Christmas movie there is. We're not going to have any arguments here about that, right?
Absolutely a Christmas movie.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Turn the sound on. Computer
Which-
sound.
the computer sound.
Yeah. I'm playing a song here.
Yeah.
We're rolling, dude.
I'm playing a
I got
song.
nothing here. There's
You're,
no
you're
signal.
full of shit.
You changed something.
I didn't
I will
change
offer-
anything.
It's a
Let's
whole
play it.
new setup here, so we've been working out the kinks.
play it.
We'll
Play
get that.
something-
Well, 2026 is our year.
Oh yeah.
2026, the year we shoot for 1,000.
Yeah, all brand new equipment. So
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll see.
Shooting for
Austin,
1,000.
social media. Where can they find you?
So if you're on Instagram, it's just my name at Austin Mabry. Same on Facebook. However, my group, we spoke about this on the way over. Bourbon Collective. It is private. If you're connected with me, I can connect you with the group. Keep it that way intentionally to kind of keep everybody close knit.
Cool.
That's me in a nutshell.
All right, Breeden.
Hey, find me at Cocky Wolverine.
Find me at Scotty D Smokes.
You can find me at both the visual Spencer Lee's, and don't forget to follow the Final Third podcast. And for Alan, all things Big Al.
Yep. Moto Photo Will on Instagram.
Nick, you got social.
What we got?
Yep. Just Nick Osterhout, Facebook, social, or Instagram.
Love it.
Right
Tune
on.
in next week when we do Whiskey of the Year, Bourbon of the Year,
Okay.
Ryan
Probably
of the Year.
won't be
I don't
Jack
know.
Daniels.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It will not be Jack Daniels.
All right.
Yeah.
It'll be the
Thanks all.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.